It's Vonne the Realtor, and you're tuning in to Multiple Strings Podcast. And remember, all good things comes to those that hustle.
Welcome to Multiple Streams by any means, a podcast that focuses on showing our people different ways to financial freedom. I'm your host Bam, and today we have the CEO of Clean House Solutions, which is a cleaning company based here out of Atlanta, Georgia, and also the CEO of F.E.M, a feminine healthcare product that focuses on organic products for women and things of that different nature. She's also a real estate investor, real estate agent, and she's a graduate of the Art Institute of Atlanta. Summa cum laude graduate of the Art Institution of Atlanta. Today we have not King Vonne, but we got Queen Vonne.
Queen Vonne, get it correct.
Absolutely. How you
The
feeling?
one and only. I am feeling so great. I am appreciative of this opportunity for you having me on this podcast,
Absolutely.
letting me be able to talk, to speak to everyone about who I am, what I have going on, and how I can help everyone.
Absolutely. Okay, so we'll start off by just kind of getting an idea of where you're from.
Okay. I am from the DMV area, Northern Virginia to be precise. A small little town right outside of Woodbridge, Virginia. It's called Dumfries, Virginia. It's near Quantico, Triangle, Virginia. So that is where I'm from.
Okay. What type of stuff are you into just coming up, like growing up?
So growing up, I was a tomboy. I love sports. I played volleyball. I played basketball, softball. They wanted me to run track. I just don't like people telling me to run when to run, so I never did track. And also too, I was a nerd. I was like one of those cool nerds that knew a lot of people. Like I said, I was great in sports. I was in the math and science program. I literally just strived off of having straight A's, B's. I love learning. I love math. I love science. I really wasn't the best at language arts, but I still kept a B average. So for language arts, but yeah, a nerd, sports person. So
Yeah. Now, that's what's up. So you're real studious, like you like to ask a lot of questions, like real studious.
yes,
Yeah.
ask a lot of questions. I love to be the one to read aloud. That was my thing. I love, volunteering, getting in front of the class, pretending to be the teacher per se. I love school. I love to learn.
Yeah, you said you like to raise your hand and read out loud.
Yes.
So I remember
Yes.
I remember I was in third grade. Like it was like 3 tiers of like reading. It was like I remember the top one was Imagine. That was like the name of the book. And I was like in the middle when they had like the remedial for like the slow people. Not slow people, I'm just playing, but the remedial. So like, but I was like so self-conscious about like, I wanted to be, not saying, I ain't want nobody to be smarter than me, or I just
Yeah.
definitely ain't want to be dumb. So I used to try to like read extra to try to get into the program, but it was like a self-conscious thing. Like I think what most people do though is like they have an issue with reading, or like I ain't have an issue, but I was just like in a regular reading. I think most people just avoid it, and then they just kind of like let it become a disease after a while. Like I really seen people like I can tell that they ain't really grasp it, and it's like they ain't have nobody at home, because I ain't understand that people ain't have parents at home not pushing them. I
Right.
thought everybody like parents was like, you gonna get a whooping if you don't do your homework. So I know what they're reading is just like, I think a lot of people are just like, I think a lot of people learn how to read slower than what they admitted, and then they'll kind of let it turn into like a deficiency later on. Like then they be like, I ain't good at school or whatever. But that was besides the point though. But yeah, I was just always the type, like my parents was like real school people, so they used to like get on me. Like, I couldn't even go outside without doing my homework. I
Oh,
used
wow.
to try to rush and get it done on the bus so I can go out and play basketball. And but the habits come with you. Like I never was a school person, but those study habits help you out, because I got friends that parents never told them to do no homework. Like they never, like they didn't care. And then I kind of see how their life go as they get older, and it's like it be linked to like their self esteem and all that type of stuff.
It definitely shows. And to piggyback on what you were saying about childhood, everyone's childhood is different. I grew up, most people, if I tell you my life story, they wouldn't believe me. But we grew up, kind of poor.
Okay.
We used to have to move around a lot. We went without things. It's four of us. So a single mom of four living in, that area. So We went without a lot. Went without running water, electricity, heat. And I'm from Virginia, so we have all 4 seasons. It snows. It gets really cold. It gets really hot. And like I said, so I went without electricity, running water, heat in the winter, and it kind of pushed me to the person I am today. And like you said, like the study habits. So I was the type of person, like my mom would, of course, like, did you do your homework? Stuff like that. But she wasn't on it to where it's like, oh, if you don't do this, you're not going to do that. It was kind of like, she always encouraged us, like, okay, like, I know you can be who you want to be and stuff like that. But me personally, I just love to succeed. I love to be number one. I love to be the first and just to be the person in class with the highest grades. And so I would be, at home, literally, as soon as I get home from school, knowing that we don't have electricity, I would literally do all my homework before the sun goes down. Do my projects. I would stay up till 2, 3, 4 in the morning doing my projects because I wanted an A. And not only I wanted an A, I wanted to be the best one in the class. And it does trickle over. Now I am an adult. And I'm an entrepreneur now, and the same habit shows. I will literally be up, trying to perfect my craft or trying to perfect my documents, or I'm working on my website, working on social media. And it's not because someone's telling me to do it. It's because me personally, I want to do it and I want to succeed and I want to be the best in what I'm doing and be knowledgeable. So it definitely shows.
Yeah, and going back to what I was saying, like, so we wasn't like poor, but we was just like broke. Meaning, like, I guess after paying the bills, the budget for clothes just wasn't there. But like, so I wasn't like no athlete. I wasn't like fresh, so I couldn't be stupid. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of like where the drive came in, as far as like, well, really, my folks was just real on that. At least be or better. But I was like, if I'm dumb, I'm just all around feeling. I'm not fresh. I can't dunk or I can shoot a jump shot, but not better than the other kids my age. And then I was like, I'd be damned if I can't read and write and do math. You know what I'm saying? So anything entrepreneurial when you were growing up, like anything like you played, well, all right, you was a tomboy, you played sports. Anything when you were young that you can say translated, not necessarily translated, but any type of business thing or anything like business hobbies while you're coming up?
Business hobbies while coming up. I would say like financially. Trying to think back. Think. I mean, the only thing I could say that transferred, like I said, business wise, would be dedication, maybe. Because I was just dedicated to,
I got you.
Even in sports. Like, I was the best player every team. Volleyball.
Sure.
Basketball, not so much. But I'm just super fast. If you're fast, you can play any sport.
Yeah.
So, but when it came to like softball, volleyball, I literally, was one of the best players on the team just because I'm fast. But just dedication, literally, dedication, I think definitely was the key factor that transferred over to me now. In addition to that, I would say also too, just being a people's person. I think being a people's person has a lot to do with business, because there's a lot of people who have businesses and are self-proclaimed, bosses. I don't even like to use that term, bosses. It's so overused. But just because you are that doesn't mean you're a people's person. And your business cannot flourish because you don't know how to talk to people. You don't know how to be nice to people. You don't know how to, be selfless when it comes to providing a service or a product for people. You can't get somebody to buy your product or service if you don't have communicational skills, or if you're not a people's person.
I'm sorry. And I was gonna say, like, so there was another studio, like, this is a young lady, she runs a studio, like a podcast recording studio. And like, just meeting her, she got a weird little attitude. And then it's like little stuff, like she don't check her DMs. you can't at her because like you can't at her. I took a picture, couldn't at her, and then it's like even when you go to book the studio, it's like it's not clear exactly what you're getting. And that's one of those studios where you gotta make sure you know, because if you book and you cancel, they're gonna charge you. They don't answer the phone too. It's just all that kind of relate to customer service. And it's just like you just lost the sale, because I definitely always need alternative studios to go to, but you know, for the most part, just between her attitude, just all that, it's just like, who you think you are? Like, you cut your notifications on and whatever, man.
Right. And that's so true. It's like, you know, the attitude, like I said, people say they business owners, people say they're entrepreneurs, people say that they are a boss, but it is like you have to have that customer service skills.
They're salesmen.
And then like when you say, you know, you lost a client, but you also lost a referral. Referrals are a lot when it comes to especially small businesses.
Yes.
My cleaning business, I started off, you know, bidding for jobs and stuff like that, but it literally now I am all referrals. People call my phone, hey, so-and-so gave me your number, you know, or so-and-so referred me, or I seen this person shout you out on Instagram. Literally all of my business is referrals because of my communicational skills and customer service skills with my clients. So.
Okay, so we got like 2 minutes, and we're gonna do some sponsorship. So
Okay.
we got a couple gifts. So brought to you by myself. Got my book right here, Navigate the Great. It's a one of those books that help you with self. It's a self-help book, or it's more of a personal development book. You read, what type of books you like to read?
Those type of books.
Okay. Yeah, I always feel like if you're in business, you always got to be reading something, because you always got to stay learning, and it's the best way to exercise your brain. So that's gift number 1.
Oh, thank you so much.
Navigate the Great, GPS to the road to riches. One of these cookies mine, one of them yours. So it's like Smacks cookies. My brother here, he actually owns Smacks cookies. So we're gonna open that later, because it's like we got to decide. We got to do like paper, scissors, rock.
Okay.
And you know, a little thirsty, so shout out my brother Rick Ross. We're doing Bel Air Rose.
Okay.
And I bought this hat yesterday. I like this, so I'm gonna shout them out. Organic Vibes. They made the hat, made the jacket. Ooh. Turn around. Made the jacket and all that type of stuff. So
Nice.
So yeah. All right. So now we're gonna just kind of go back into entrepreneurship. What was the first thing you did entrepreneurship wise?
So the first thing I did entrepreneurship wise was at the Art Institute. Shout out my boy Twin.
Oh yeah.
Yes, he is. He went to the same school as I did when I did. Shout out to AI. You know, we got our money back, but the education was priceless.
Okay.
The networking was priceless.
Okay.
So the first thing I did was makeup. So I went to the Art Institute. So I majored in fashion retail management and marketing.
That's dope.
Yeah, and what I did, I was like the girl at the school that everybody knew. I worked at the registrar's office.
Oh, for real?
Yes, I was the person that had a crazy style. I would come in there. Ooh, I'm sorry.
You good?
I would come in there with a full face of makeup, hair, you know, crazy, or my style was totally different. You know, I'm from Virginia. I'm not from Atlanta, so I'm just coming down here on an up north swag, and so I was doing makeup artistry and wardrobe styling. I was doing it for fashion shows. I was doing it for photo shoots and independent films. And I actually made a name for myself, just being myself, putting myself out there. And I also made jewelry as well, too. I made handcrafted jewelry. So what I would do is I would go to Goodwill.
Oh, wow. You're very creative.
Yes. I forgot about that, actually. But I would go to Goodwill or different places where, like, my grandmother would give me jewelry. I'd go to Hobby Lobby, and I would take apart and recreate, like, customizable personal pieces. So that was my first business venture. And like I said, the wardrobe styling. Like I would have photographers call me and say, hey, I got a girl I'm shooting this Saturday. She needs help styling, you know, or she needs her help with her makeup. Could you come? And he would pay me on behalf of them. So I'm assuming they would pay him maybe for like a full service shoot, you know, providing hair and makeup, all that type of stuff. And then he would pay me. Yeah, that was just networking, literally networking, being myself, putting myself out there.
That's dope. That's what's up.
Thank you.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Very creative. Man, so you very, very super creative person. And you said you went to the art institute. So let me ask you this about the art institute. So all right, so the degree still valid, everything.
The degree better be valid.
Oh, for
It
real.
better be valid. No, I'm kidding. It's still valid.
Okay.
Like I said, I have a bachelor's in fine arts. I just don't think the school is accredited at this point. But it's valid, yes.
Yeah. Now that's what's up. You were able to turn your many passions into your many hobbies into income. That's what's up. That's definitely one of the things we preach over in multiple streams. So you said the first thing you said artists too. You said you did makeup. You did a lot. So what you doing like e-commerce? All right. So I know you said you were doing the thrifting. So you said you would like redesign. You would buy things from the thrift store that you found at the thrift store, and you would just kind of redesign it.
Yeah, so I would
Okay.
redesign, recreate, do some custom pieces. Like I would even get jewelry from my grandmother, or I would go to Hobby Lobby, and get things and recreate them. Literally, I wish I would have brought my magazine. I forgot, but
Amazing.
yeah. So I had a magazine. So when I was in college, I actually won best portfolio show out of the whole
Damn.
art department.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so it was so for your final like graduating project you had to create a business. And that's another thing like with the degree, it's a fashion degree. It's, pretty much it entails how to run a business but concentrating on a retail business. So it's a business degree but you're concentrating on retail.
That's better because it's like I got a degree in marketing, and it's pretty much just general. It really seemed like everything that they teach you is based on how to be a bottom feeder of the corporate ladder. Meaning like meaning they don't really teach small business management. And I think about this type of stuff all the time because retail is more a niche. And even how you said they made y'all start a business, they didn't make us do that. Like my business was, I was doing business already. Like I was selling stuff on eBay and I do stuff like flip a car. I was like the neighborhood, like the campus bud man or whatever.
Yeah.
So it's like, and that's kind of how it was easy for me to translate everything. And even like what I do now, I've been selling stuff like flipping college textbooks and flipping shoes since like 2008. So that's why kind of now it's like I make it look easy or whatever. But for the most part, like they don't teach you small business management. So I was gonna actually start reaching out to the college, my old college, because I went to Albany State University. So I feel like I got that HBCU network and whatever. So they like I feel like at least teach them how to create an LLC, fish for an IN number, EIN number, know what an LLC is or a corporate, just the basics. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like they teach you all this abstract stuff, as if you want to work for the man. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong working for the man, but you can make a lot of money just working. It's not even the same thing. Like the stuff that's required to like run a Fortune 500 company is not. It's like it's not the same as just starting your own business. You know what I'm saying? Like so it's kind of crazy. So like you can make more money doing whichever one you best at, but it's like at the end of the day, somebody like me don't have no chance of working middle management for Google. I'm not saying in a million years, but me personally, like how I am and how I present myself, and I wouldn't even want to because it's too cutthroat. I'd rather just do my own thing and make more money. But so you did something that I did though, thrifting. Basically, we call that thrifting. So when I started my business, once I started looking more into it, like okay, like especially when I graduated college, it was more like thrifting, like going to Goodwill and flipping the stuff on eBay. So that's what I did. So I'm not creative. I didn't recreate the product, but yeah, we call that thrifting. So it's one thing that I put out a lot of content about like reselling. So thrifting is like, yeah, when you go somewhere like Goodwill and the stuff be cheap, like 5, 10, it's be real cheap and flipping it online. So yeah, we got we got something coming with that particular hustle or whatever. All right, so Art Institute. When did you go there?
So actually, I went to the Art Institute of Washington my first year.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, based in DC.
Makes
And
sense.
yeah,
DMV.
and I really like that school. I just honestly, I grew up in Virginia. I did not want my life to end up in Virginia. I wanted to see something for real. I wanted to see something new. I wanted a new scenery. I was tired of the guys there. They're not for real. They did not impress me. It's like, you know how you grew up in like in a certain area or neighborhood for a long time. You know everybody. You've seen them since y'all were in elementary, middle school, and it's like out of the pick. I mean, the people. I just didn't like nobody. I didn't like what they were on. They didn't have a vision. They didn't have like, oh, I want to do this when I grow up, or I want to get out of here and do this and that. Everybody wanted to sell drugs, hang out on the streets, be a thug. That just wasn't for me. I felt like I had a higher calling in my life, and I chose Atlanta. Something just drew me to Atlanta. I don't know. It just drew me to Atlanta. So I transferred colleges. I moved here in October 2011.
Oh, 2011.
Yep. And that was my second year of college. I transferred to the Art Institute of Atlanta, the Dunwoody location.
Okay.
And I've been here ever since. I love Atlanta. Atlanta has been very good to me. Very. It has taught me survival skills. It has taught me common sense. It has taught me even, there's always different ways to skin a cat. There's many different ways to achieve a goal or to get things done. And I think that's very important when it comes to business, because some people who start businesses, they say, okay, I need to do it like XYZ. I need to do it like how these people who are already successful do it, or how they say you should do it. But that's not true. Sometimes you can incorporate a lot of free elements or cheaper elements to achieve your goal or to even start your business, other than saying, for instance, I need to, I have a brand. I need to go ahead and get this trademarked, or I need to get this copyrighted, and I'm going to spend $2,000, but you don't even know if that business is successful yet.
Yeah.
So why would you spend $2,000 or something like that on trying to get this done when you can use that for something else?
Yep.
So and I tell a lot of people, take advantage of free. Literally, when you're starting off, take advantage of free. That's what I do.
Cause like I found myself, so every time I paid for someone to replace what I can start for free, I always fuck my money. Basically, money just down the drain, because it's like most people charge you for that, a lot for that, but it's like, if you know how to maximize your free resources, and then by the time you start spending money, it makes sense. It's like me. It's like if I just came to the podcasting game, and before I got my feet wet, I just kind of put a big budget aside to do some big things without knowing. Or as a matter of fact, I give you another example. I saw someone that made an Instagram post, and they said, before you start your podcast, come up with 25 podcast ideas. I'm like, that's the dumbest shit in the world. You're going to get analysis paralysis, and then you're gonna do all that thinking. So Mike Tyson got a quote. He said, everybody got a plan till you get punched in the face.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like you got all these 25 plans. You don't know how hard it is to record or edit or thumbnails, or like, I'm still learning every day, like, or even how to promote it the right way, or which platforms, or even how to monetize, like how we were talking about monetization. Like, you just need to start.
Yeah.
All the extra stuff.
Thank you.
Get you a camera and just start recording, and consider that the first episode. And then when you look at it, start comparing it to the top, compare it to people that are better than you, peers, or whichever podcast you look up to. And every time you look at yours and look at theirs side by side, say, okay, I can't do that anymore. Let me sit upright. Let me add that. Oh, those lights look cool.
Right.
Then you start like going back to what we were saying. Like, if you don't, like, sometimes they'll tell you to do this, that, and the third. Some people just need to go to Goodwill. They might have a microphone at Goodwill. They might have like an extra couch or a setup or something you can use, or like just
pawn shops.
Yeah, using free resources. Go to Craigslist.com.
Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah, type in the word free and then see what anything you can use, and then start spending money, because it's like, I believe in shoestring budgets. Every time I spend a lot of money up front is a waste, but every time I start like with the free stuff, by the time I feel like spending that money, it makes more sense. You know what I'm trying to say? It's like my first song doing hip hop. I'm trying to get I ain't gonna say future, a Young Dro feature.
Right.
And it's like, bro, get you some songs with your homeboys. You don't even know if you know how to rap yet. Like,
right.
It's hard. Like, when you get on that mic and you start hearing yourself, you're like, damn, I sound stupid. Like, it happened to me all the time. Like, that's why before I do an interview, I sip some tea, because I listen to one of my interviews, and I was like, boy, you sound like Lil Yachty. Let me, you know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
how his voice is. Like, boy, you sound like, drink you some water and some tea so you don't sound so congested when you do it. But yeah, it's hard. You know what I'm saying? Then you got to go through. You might quit every other day. Like, man, I ain't doing this no more. And then you
Yes.
like, nah, I got it in me. It's like I just got to get a little better. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, it'd be hard though. Like, you might see, it just take practice, and then you got to find your swag with the kid. Cause I'm not like a huge camera person. Never was. Like, I used to look at like my yearbook pictures. I'd be mugging. Like, I'd be like in sixth grade. Yearbook picture. Mom, like, they like, what happened,
They
Brandon?
mad they gotta pay for these. Like, I ain't paying for these.
Now
Brandon.
we keep the free ones, like
Right.
the ones with the watermark on
Yes,
it.
that's us.
The watermark on it, man. But all right, now that's what's up. So when did all right, so what came first, Clean House Solutions or short term rental management, aka Airbnb?
So short-term rental came first.
Okay.
Now, and it's so funny because when I think about all my businesses that I started, is most of them always started by chance, literally by chance. It's never like I want to do this and make $1 million, you know. So when it came to short-term rentals, I was pregnant. It was like 20. I got pregnant in 2016. I have a son. His name is Caesar Jackson. Shout out
Okay.
C's.
Okay.
He's my biggest fan, my biggest supporter.
Okay.
He's 6 years old. You met Caesar. I feel like I took him with me on the cleaner too. So, so I was pregnant and I ended up losing my job at the time. I didn't have any income, to be honest. I was living in an apartment right by the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Airbnb was popular, kind of already had been around, but it started to become a little bit more popular.
Yep.
So, like I said, I didn't have no income. I was pregnant. I needed to do something, to survive. So I started renting my apartment out. My apartment, like I said, I'm very creative, so I always have a nice interior, decoration skills going on in my
Okay.
places. So I said,
Okay.
you know what? Let me go ahead and start renting my apartment out, so I can make some extra money to pay these bills because I have, this baby in me. So
Yeah.
I started doing Airbnb. It just progressed. It worked, and I've been doing, like I said, that was about 2016. That's how I started, and it just grew. It elevated. I started to learn the algorithm. I started to learn, how to maximize. I started to learn how to market. I started to learn even the pictures, automatic responses. I just really learned the app because I had to. I had to make some money. And so even after I had my son and time progressed, I said, hey, this is something I'm going to continue to do because it makes money. It
Yeah.
works. It's a proven success. As long as you follow the formula and continue to be consistent and treat it like a business, it works. It works.
What do you mean by algorithm?
So everything has algorithm, social media, apps, websites, there's always algorithms. So Airbnb has an algorithm that I figured out. A couple things, like I did a video on this on my realtor page.
Okay.
So for instance, because I also do Airbnb coaching too. So I had people ask me like, hey, Vonne, like I haven't got any inquiries. What's going on? Like, what can I do? I said, well, okay, well, have you updated your listing in a while? Have you updated your photos? Have you updated your description? Have you, even changed photos? Have you like how quick are you responding to people when they inquire about your listing? So when updating, so literally, like if you update your pictures, you can even delete and repost the same pictures.
Yep.
Updating your description, you can delete or update it. The algorithm is that if you're active, they're going to show your listing what people search for because they're a business too.
Yeah.
Somebody books your place and you've been inactive for a while, they don't even know if this listing is still active or if it's still gonna, if it's still eligible to rent. So they're more than likely not going to show your place if you don't have any activity on it because they don't want to end up letting this customer book your place, and they get there and it's not what it is, or it's not even
Yeah.
there anymore, because even though you still have it up on the app, but you may not have it
Yeah,
anymore.
you might just forgot.
Forgot, right? So they don't, and they have to pay for that. So they're not gonna show listings that are not active or haven't been active for a while.
Yeah.
So being
Nice dope.
active, updating, in your responses. So the faster you respond to people,
Yeah.
it boosts
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
your
yeah.
listing up in the algorithm where people go and search for places to stay.
I'm gonna tell you something crazy. So selling, all right. So like Airbnb management or like managing the Airbnb is just like reselling because, like, say for instance, I list an item and my items aren't selling as fast. It could be eBay, Poshmark, what have you. That's the same thing you do. You delete the pictures, you re-upload them. That way it's fresh. And sometimes you will just have something because I list on multiple platforms. They will promote it less if you don't do that. Refresh your listings a lot because it's plenty of times where somebody will buy something from me and I go to my stores like, damn, I sold that 2 months ago. I just forgot
Right.
to, you know what I'm saying? So it's just pretty much the same. Like it's an algorithm on that as well. That show items more if they, like you say, take it could be the same picture, but sometimes man, you got to look at those pictures and say, hell, would I stay in this place? Or would I buy those shoes? So it's like it's kind of the
Right.
same thing. It's pretty much the same thing. I just know I know the biggest thing for me, like you remember I had the Airbnb. My biggest thing was I was on the north side, the Airbnb was on the south side, and like
Yeah.
they had like my house was so big, like they'll go downstairs and like sabotage
Yeah.
or like they'll like run out of tissue and be complaining and
Yeah.
I eventually sold that house. So like
I was gonna ask you about that
yeah,
house.
so like so the house had it was like sitting on like a sewer or something like that. And it didn't have the best plumbing. So, you know, I was doing it when I was doing the Airbnb, I wasn't like as strict on my filters, so I wasn't filtering out the wrong people and I wasn't getting the right people.
Yeah, that's
And
important too.
like so the other one I had did real good because it was like a nursing person in it. So I had the one in the Atlantic Station and it was a nurse, someone like a traveler nurse was in it. So that was perfect.
That's perfect.
But
Yeah.
the one the house they flushing napkins, plastic, aluminum foil, ketchup
I
packages,
remember.
condoms down the damn toilet, and what happened was it just jacked the plumbing up. So it was a couple of occasions where the whole bottom was a damn septic tank sewer, like disgusting. And one of the customers, which they definitely should have complained, so they shut my Airbnb down. And luckily though, you know, you're really in a real estate, so you know how opportunities always there. So I bought the house for like 150, but by the time all that stuff happened, like with the plumbing, the ARV was like around 250. So I sold the house for like 200. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? And you know, even after the fees and the paying the loan back, yeah, got another hood, another, yeah. So it actually became a blessing, you know, because I was like looking at fixing it, but it's like I spent like 1,000 and like we still looking for the problem, and I was just like been there before, and
Yeah.
I don't know what made me say I wanted to sell it, but I just know when I look like it was like around 2021 or something like that, 2020, 2021. I just know when I looked at when I started looking at comps, it was the ARV was like 250. It was 100,000 more than what I bought it for, and I'm pretty sure it went back down now. So I
Right.
got out at the perfect time, and
Yeah.
I'm like, I wasn't with that plumbing. It's like if you spend 1,000 and we still looking for the problem, it's really gonna be like a $30,000 situation. So it's like I was like, fuck that.
Let somebody else deal with it.
Yeah, some investors like they was pretty good at what they was doing. And you know, the big investors really don't be looking for like that much money. Like how like if I get a house, I'm looking for like what the tip is. So if I was to buy a house from a wholesaler, I'm looking at the ARV. Let's just say it was 100,000. I'm looking at for something around 70,000 minus repair costs. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I would buy. So, but those bigger companies, they don't look for all that. They just as long as they make a couple pennies, they good. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Because they have volume.
Yeah, they got volume. They spending trillions and billions and gazillions. I was gonna say, have you ever used VRBO?
Verbal, yes.
Verbo.
They are a little bit more.
Weird.
Yeah, it's like it's so weird. And I know people who have did verbal as an alternative, when Airbnb start doing too much, trying to shut your listing down and stuff.
Yeah.
And so I did a listing on Verbo, but it was like nobody ever booked. Like I don't know, maybe I just didn't spend as much time on the app, but it just nobody really booked from Verbo. And I even did a booking.com. They wanted a lot of information from you. So I said I'll just put this on the back burner until
Yeah, it's too much.
until I needed to do it. But yeah, I've actually heard like Verbo was more for like vacation kind of, I would say like tourist destination spots. Like if you have like a farm or somewhere where you can do activities as well
Yeah,
as
an amenity.
stay. Yeah, amenities and stuff like that. Those locations do better on
Yeah,
Verbo.
like a cabin or something like
Yeah.
that.
Cabin or just like a pool, big mansion house, something like that does better on that platform.
You ever did Peer Space?
No, I've heard about Peerspace.
Uh-huh.
I think the concept of Peerspace is like Airbnb, but for like spaces where you can have creative things, right?
Uh-huh. Yeah, like it's better for like hourly. So something
Okay.
like this, like the studio, like a studio would be a good, like say we was having you ran a studio, you having trouble booking a studio, put it on Pure Space. It'd be a cool marketing way to market your studio or whatever. Cause like you could have a music studio and put it on Pure Space. They might not even want to come and use the equipment. They just might want to make it look cool. Like shoot like an EPK or something like that. And yeah, nah, that's what's up. That's what's up though. All right, so short term rental. Anybody that wants to learn how to, well, you said you do consulting.
Yeah, consulting, coaching. So I don't have a date yet, but I am going to do a program where it'll be like live. Like I want to do live, like once a month, going live forum, open forum. Ask me questions about Airbnb, like things that you may have to pay for, if you book me personally. But just a forum where once a month people can ask me questions about short-term rentals. I want to do I don't know why I can't think of the word, but
Describe it.
like when a course, an online
Oh,
course.
okay.
There you go. I want to do an online
Okay.
course, like a basic and then a more VIP course,
Yep.
paid and both paid. So
Mm-hmm.
I want to do that as well, like
Yep.
literally how start to finish, Airbnb, literally start to finish, from creating the listing, from furnishing to writing listing descriptions, to how to take pictures, how to stay on top of the algorithm. So that I will have soon. I don't have a date, but just keep watching me, and you'll see that soon.
Let them know your Instagram page so it can, you know, 'cause I'm pretty sure they're gonna be interested.
Yeah, so everyone, y'all can follow me on Instagram at Vonne the Realtor. So it's Vonne VONNE underscore the THE underscore Realtor REALTOR. You can also go to my website, Vonne Washington at metrobrokers.com.
Okay. Okay. Cool. All right. So all right. So when did you create greenhouse? I mean, not greenhouse, clean house solutions. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. So, Clean House Solutions, one of those businesses that was made by chance. So, the real behind the scenes story, I was dating this guy. He had a pressure washing company.
Uh huh.
And, we were dating, everything was cool.
Uh huh.
And he always, because at the time I was working at a retirement home in Sandy Springs called Summery. And I was just doing like dietary aids, stuff like that. And the guy I was dating was like, I want to start you a business. I said, okay, well, what do I do? And just to include, he had a pressure washing company, but he also was a host on Airbnb. At
Okay.
that time, I still continued to host. This
Okay.
was back in like 2019. So he said, I want to start your business. I said, well, what do I do? He said, well, since you already, be cleaning my Airbnbs, why don't you, just start a cleaning service? Why don't you just start cleaning Airbnbs? I said, okay, cool. I'm good at cleaning. So there's a Facebook group that I was a part of, like for Airbnb hosts. There's a couple of them out there.
Yeah.
And it's actually pretty cool. It's like a forum where you can get help, information. You can find cleaners. You can find other hosts, ask questions. It's a really good platform.
It's a good community.
And people will go on there all the time and say, "Hey, oh my God, I have a checkout tomorrow. Does anybody can somebody clean my unit, or does anybody know a cleaner?" So a lot of people will kind of bid per se, use the platform to bid, and they would say, "Hey, I can clean it. I can clean it. I can do it today." And instead of me saying, "Hey, I can clean it," I would take a more of a business approach and say, "Hey, my company would love to take care of this for you. You know, we offer cleaning, extra all the services. We'd love to take care of this for you. You know, give us a call." And my approach was totally different. It wasn't, "Hey, I can clean it." It was, "Hey, as a business, we'd love to take care of it for you." And that would get me most people to call me instead of all the other ones saying, "Hey, I can clean it." So they called and they loved, my work. And of course, with Airbnb, you have checkouts 2, 3 times a week. So you do a good job for them. They're gonna, of course, call you back because they don't have to go find somebody. They found someone already. So they just kept calling me back, referred me to other hosts, and eventually I ended up quitting my job. And it like I said, I was working full time. Over time, my clientele picked up. I went from full time to part time. Then I went to on call. Well, I went to 1 day a week. And then I went to on call. And then I remember my manager, like my business was just taking off. My manager was like, "If you call out again, you're gonna get fired." So one day I had somebody call me, "Hey, I got a property for you." On my way to work, I said, "Okay, I'll be right there." I called my boss, Tamika. I said, "Hey, Tamika, I'm just gonna go ahead and quit." And so because I didn't want to get fired. I went ahead and I quit. And ever since then, I've never had that. Well, I didn't have to clock back in at somebody's job. It just, God really blessed me to do what I love to do what I'm good at. Like cleaning, I've been doing that even before I made it a business. I did that for my grandmother growing up. I would go to my granny's house every summer, clean her whole house, clean my mother's house top to bottom. It's just something that I like to do. So I turned it into a business. And I think, with any type of skill that you have, when you hone in on something and you put your best effort forward and you have trust in God, He's going to make a way for you. He's going to make sure that you're going to succeed. So that's how I started, by chance. Yeah.
Okay, so we kind of revisited. So going back to what I was asking you, like it's like a lot of people that are heavy into entrepreneurship, when they were growing up, they kind of like were, "Oh, I sold candy or I sold makeup or something." But you more so just got good. You just learned and developed good skills. They're simple skills, but valuable skills, and you just monetize those later on. So that's what's up, though. That's
Yeah.
what's up. I feel like, honestly, those people make the best because all right, like when it comes down to it, sometimes hustling is just like hustle. It's real generic. It can be real generic or whatever, but it's like when people just build build a business around their passion, they normally a little more successful than just somebody who's like hustle. Like for instance, I did Airbnb. It didn't last because hospitality wasn't my passion. With someone like you was already good at hospitality. You just monetized it. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like I found out like even when it come down when people be trying to avoid school, a lot of the best entrepreneurs went to somebody's school and probably like started their career like working for somebody. Like my homeboy, he a lawyer. He didn't just jump out the gate on my own. I'm my own man. He worked
Right.
for Jewish people for a couple years, and he did like he put himself in a position to where he would handle their lightweight. Meaning, if like a lawyer needs somebody to go to a traffic court case and he don't really have the staff or the means to go do it, go handle my lightweight. They gonna pay me $500. I'm gonna break you out $250. I get $250. And then he did that and started earning his business as opposed to just somebody just out the gate. So I guess for anybody, I just say like that experience does matter. Like it might seem relevant, but it's like it become like second nature. The way you don't even know. Like it's stuff that I learned. Just like even how we were saying about entrepreneurship and being a good student. It's not hard for me to tap into reading a few pages or taking some notes or writing goals down. But people that they mentally dropped out in 8th grade or physically dropped out by 10th grade, it's just like they really just don't have them skills. Like they really can't write and read and study. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
And
Yeah.
it's I wanted to say something too when we were talking about college, right?
Mm.
When I look back on my life, I really feel like that's when I started to build my brand. And my brand wasn't cleaning, it wasn't real estate, it wasn't jewelry, it wasn't wardrobe, it was me. I back in college I went by Vonne D. So
Okay.
Vonne D is pretty much my first name is Devon. It's spelled Devonne. So I flipped it
Okay.
around, like you know how you move to a different area, you like reinvent yourself. So that was me reinventing myself. I wasn't Devon anymore. I was Vonne D.
Mm.
Now I'm just Vaughn.
Mm.
But really though, so yeah, so I was Vonne D, and so literally I built a brand of Vonne D. Everything I did was Vonne D accessories, Vonne D styling, Vonne D wardrobe, Vonne D makeup. Literally, Vonne D was the brand, and I was walking the brand. I would walk into school, literally, makeup on fleek, style eccentric,
Mm.
hair on 10, so jewelry game crazy. Where'd you get that? Oh, I made it.
Mm.
So that was my brand, and me being, like I said, very a people's person, me being nice to everyone, me being open and talking to everyone and being nice and just likable, that built my brand. It was like, okay, well, she's so nice. I spoke to her before. Well, what did she do? Or, oh, yeah. Or now they remember me as, oh, yeah, that's Vonne D. That's the girl who does this. Or whenever they hear something, oh, like, I need somebody to do my makeup. Oh, I know a girl, Vonne D.
Mm.
That was the brand, Vonne D. It's like I built my brand in college, just being myself, and it just transpired into what I am now. Like even the cleaning, like I went. I have a lot of like celebrity clients as well too.
Mm.
So I'm going to one of my clients' house, my regulars, and I see someone from the Art Institute, actually one of the teachers that I know. And he's like, Vaughn, I'm like, hey, like, what are you doing here? He's like, what are you doing here? He's there making a video. I'm there to clean. So,
Yeah.
just having that network of people
Yeah.
just from having a good rapport built from college, it just helps in the long run.
Just happy with Twin,
Yeah,
man.
with
Yeah.
Twin, we went to the same college,
Yeah, recording the
so
podcast and
yes.
you a guest. It's like, damn.
It all comes back full circle. That's how life works. And that's why you always have to treat people with kindness for real.
Yeah.
With
No,
kindness and
no.
respect, because I'm a firm believer in the universe. The universe will put you in front of somebody like how they talk about karma, right?
Uh,
Karma's real. What you put out comes back out. So you could put out something, you could do something bad to somebody and be like, oh, they'll never see me again. No. The universe will literally put you back in front of that person at the most randomest time to square out that karma, to make it right again, to give you a chance to make it right, to clear out your debt. That's how the universe works. So always treat people with kindness and respect, because you never know when you will run into them again. And it's so funny. I was on Instagram and I read this post. It was like, it said the toes that you step on today could be the foot in your ass tomorrow. For real. I said, oh
ooh.
yeah. I said, yeah, that's real. That's real.
Damn, that was
The
cold.
toes you step on today could be the foot in
I
your
wish I
ass
wrote that. I
tomorrow.
wish I wrote that tweet.
Yeah.
Cause I be normally, damn.
So it's so true. Just everything comes back to full circle. So just be nice to everybody and do right. Don't lie, don't cheat, don't steal. Be nice. For real. Don't get over.
Yeah.
Just be nice and be fair. I'm telling you, it goes a long way and it doesn't get unnoticed.
One thing I like what you just said was about reinventing yourself. So like my whole like my nickname growing up was like B. So like when I started getting on Instagram, my name was Bam Concepts. People started calling me Bam, and I was like, yeah, start calling me that. That
I
way
like
it's
Bam,
like
yeah.
a separate. You know what I'm saying? Like it's more separate, and it's like if somebody call me B, I know. Okay, I know him before 2014, and anybody out there is like, okay, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That what's up. So when did you get into real estate?
I got my real estate license in May of this year. It was one of my life goals, literally, since I became, I would say since I became an adult at 18. I always said, I want to be an agent. I want to be a realtor. I want to invest. I want to be a broker. I want to get into real estate. I seen, from TV, from social media, just from people in real life, how real estate can change your life for the better. And I always said that was just one of my biggest goals. Because, like I said, I have a lot of accomplishments that I still, am going to accomplish. But real estate was one of my biggest goals. So that I have to do it. And one thing about me, I'm a realist. So I don't like to put time frames on certain things because I'm just real about it. I'm not gonna say, oh, I want to sell I want to get my license and be a millionaire in 2 years. That's not a real thing. People can do it; they've done it, but that's not real for the average person. So, like I said, just getting my license was one of my biggest goals. Like I said, I got that in May of this year.
Yeah, I feel like people like that are going to win because a lot of people, especially online, they get sold by, oh, it's 1, 2, 3, boom, easy. It's gonna happen in 30 days, and it's like those people that put that type of content out, they get a lot of clients, but it's all bullshit. At the end of the day, everything you do that's worth doing is gonna have some difficulties. It's just better to have someone helping you out with these difficulties, and it helps to also have an accountability team. But for the most part,
Right.
anytime, like, I didn't come into the podcast game and say, oh, I'm gonna be a rich, whatever. Anything I do is just more so like I'm put the work in, and I'm gonna go at my own pace. You know what I'm saying? I just know I know if I'm passionate about it, it's gonna happen because I'm gonna keep doing it. But any people that go into things straight for the money or for the fast results, like the person that they paying, they gonna be rich as hell, and they looking at that like he living like that. It's because y'all gave him the money. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, he probably making those type of people that sell that stuff. They making more money selling people wolf tickets as opposed to actually performing the services that they sell you on. So it's like it's kind of I mean, it is what it is. Content is content.
I want to say something about that too, if you don't mind.
No.
And that's why I'm taking my time when it comes to getting my programs together.
Yeah.
Because I've always, cause people always say, well, why don't you go ahead and start and sell a ebook or an e-class on that? And I said, yes, I'm going to do that.
Yeah.
However, I don't want to be looked as a person that she just took my money. I don't ever want to be looked at like that.
Yeah, you want to help people.
Yeah, I do want to genuinely help people. I'm not doing this to try to rip you off.
No.
I'm not doing that. And that's why I literally love what you just said just now about when people say do 1, 2, 3 and you'll be rich.
No.
That's not how it works. Like I see
Like
videos of Instagram where people say, get you an Airbnb, put it on, get you a apartment, right? They say put it on Airbnb for $200 a night, right? And then, do all this, do all that, and you're going to have $10,000 at the end of the month. That's not how it works because number one, you have to get approved for that place. And then number two, furnishing costs a lot of money.
Doing it the right way.
Doing it the right way, furnishing costs a lot of money.
Yes.
And then you think about it, you get a place, whether it's a house or apartment, you have to still put down the security deposit. You have to put down, the first month's rent or whatever, the rent, what's the word? The rent, my mind is going blank. Security deposit, the prorated rent, furnishing. Like I did this on my social media. I was talking about, realistically, how much does it cost to start up an Airbnb? And I put $3,500 to $5,000.
Yeah.
For real, as an initial investment.
Yeah, that's how much.
And people, and then you hear that, it's like, well, I don't want to do Airbnb no more. Well, they should have told you that when they was telling you to do 1, 2, 3. Number one is first off, you need to have 5K.
Yes.
First of all,
Yes.
let's be real here. Like, stop
Yes.
selling people these, like you said, these wolf dreams, because that's not really how it is.
Yeah.
It's
And
not
like,
real.
And yeah, man, it's like those people that sell the wolf tickets, they take over the damn industry. But it's like those people gonna buy that stuff, and it's
And
gonna
they're gonna talk bad about you.
It's gonna damn near be like a Wall Street thing, like when they sell a bunch of bullshit stocks. And then everybody come back, where's my money? Just like what's going on with the DJ Envy and
Right.
the Peanut dude. And I went to one of the events. Like I
For
went to
real?
an event. I didn't buy into nothing other than an event. It was a cool event, but it's like.
So what were they trying? Like, what was the end goal for them? Like, how are they capitalizing off of the people there. Like,
So they was basically doing an investment pool where they were pulling people's money and they were doing it to fund real estate deals and they were supposed to be giving people a return on their investment. And at the end of the day, it's just like when you doing things like investing, you want to spend your money with someone you can sue. Not nobody you got to slap in the face if they do wrong. So it's like at the end of the day,
yeah,
it's like all that shit be bullshit. Like if I gotta borrow money, like at the end of the day, if I'm up and I hear about a plot of land that needs multiple investors, I'm gonna go to Queen Vonne, and Queen Vonne might have a good person that's been investing in 30 years. We gonna do this shit privately. But when you do all this public, at the end of the day, that's already kind of a flaw because if I tell 50 people to invest in something that I don't know, people I don't know, random people, just they saw me on the internet, somebody's gonna complain. It's been times like it was a recent situation I was in. I put 10,000 in to get a piece of ownership of an apartment. And every time we spoke about it, it was problems. Oh, this tenant not playing. Like we'll have a meeting, and it's never a solution or a happy meeting. It's always, well, this person don't want to live here no more. This washing machine messed up, and we ain't get no text documented at the end of the year. I didn't feel like I had a proof of ownership. Like a nigga need a Willy Wonka ticket or something.
right.
And I like breaking my money back. Bro. Don't play with me, bro.
Right,
You
he's
having
been-
event. You having events. I pop up at an event like.
He avoiding you and stuff.
Nah, he wasn't avoiding me when he saw me, but he was avoiding me through the phone.
Okay.
But he'll reply on the phone too. It wasn't like a complete ignore. But it's like nobody feel like it's money. Money is sensitive and he don't got it. Like he probably tried to do good, but shit don't always work out good. It's life. It's like it's not 1, 2, 3, boom. So it's like my thing is don't be hamster wheeling test running my goddamn money. I'm doing right by my money.
Right.
I'm doing good by my money. I'm doing damn good. I don't need nobody to. If you ain't gonna help, then it's hurting me. And then I bumped into that several times. But he gave me my money back after I ran down on him a few times, and it was cool. Like when I got the money, it was cool. Like I really like wish the best for him now.
Yeah.
But then it was like, bro, I know you got 50 more people and they gonna give you the benefit of the doubt.
Right.
I'm not, bro. Run my money. It's 10 stacks.
Yeah.
I'm going anytime you have an event. I'm pulling up because I'm not saying I'm gonna do something crazy, but I'm gonna look you in the eye and say like I'm here. I'm in the city. I have resources, and most of the time they do these events. It be at hotels like next door to me and shit like that. So it's like I'm just saying, bro. I don't have nothing wrong but don't play with my money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you try something and it's not working out, it's cool. Just give me my money. You know what I'm saying? Because, and what I feel like happened is these people are like, get themselves in a situation where it's either me or the clients. And me, I'm the type of person in my business is always, I put it on me before I let somebody feel like I ran off or bullshit with their money or anything. But when you're dealing with thousands and hundreds of thousands and perhaps millions, you can't afford to look out for nobody other than yourself. So I don't know. Then the nigga was from prison. It's like the dude with DJ Ivy, I met him and his wife, Jenny. Nigga was from prison or something crazy. Like I don't know. Like I don't know, man. It's like the education thing cool, but when it comes down to investment pools and getting money from people, it's like you set yourself up for the okie doke, bro. Like do that with some white folks or somebody you can sue, or do it with a healthy group of private black investors. Not too many of them either, because the ego get in, or whatever. And man, people, saying it's money. It's money involved. So, and I'm saying that for myself. I did a lot of investments. Man, if you can't sue them, don't even do it, because all this pulling up is not the professional way of doing it. But that's the way I'm going to do it. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, it works. You know what I'm saying? When people see that you're like physically there, they'll respond more than the email. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
I was going to say, okay, so as far as real estate, all right, so what's your specialty when it comes down to, what do you feel like makes you a special agent in the real estate game? Because a lot of people get there. Well, for one, let me ask you this. Do you have a mentor? Because I see the type of content you post. It seems like you know what you're doing. Like you just kind of using your eyes and following what you see, or you have someone that's like somewhat of a mentor to you when it comes down to your content or your approach to real estate.
So when I first got my license, I didn't have a mentor.
Mm.
I said, you know what? Because to be honest, like I said, I have other businesses that I run.
Yeah.
So when I first got my license, it was like, whew, I got my license. Okay, let me go ahead and do some real clean house solutions real quick because I still run the business every day.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah, I know what you mean.
eventually I did get a mentor. Actually, recently, he. So we're in the same brokerage, and he.
Mm.
So when I was taking my real estate classes, he had came into to the class and was speaking to the class like, hey, I got my license with, Curtis York. He was my real estate teacher, so shout him out. He was really good. He came, he spoke to the class, and I seen him one day at the office. I said, hey, you remember me? I
Yeah.
said, remember you came to the class and you spoke to us? He said, wow, you got your license. It's good to see you. And I said,
Uh-huh.
hey, I said, look, I said, I am looking for a mentor. I said, I'm not trying to put pressure on you to make it nothing full time, but I would
Mm-hmm.
just love to have someone I could call and talk to about any questions that I have,
Mm-hmm.
what to do. So he just started giving me pointers. He gave me leads just off the rip, just off the humbug, honestly, because we built a small rapport from us having the same teacher and him coming into the class and, making his presentation. So yeah, I do have like I said, a mentor. It's not nothing full term, but someone I do call when I have questions.
Nah, that's good. Like me personally, I've attended a lot. I do a lot of events, a lot of coaching. I bought a lot of ebooks. I don't have anybody that's doing better than me or anything I'm doing that say, "Hey, I want you to succeed." But I do have people I can buy their books or look at their YouTube videos. So I get mentorship. I get mentorship just through that. But I don't have anyone that just really say, "Okay, you can ask." And the people that I do have, I can ask that too. Like I got Mr. Tycoon to actually interview him. He's in real estate. He's more like straight wholesaling. But it's like I'm not gonna ask him too much because I like the free game. You know what I'm saying? As far as him like doing what he doing, I don't necessarily need. People only have so much time in a day. But I
Right.
will accept the free game. But for the most part, as far as like doing what I do, like I have people that I can learn from. But I've never had like a mentor. Like growing up, never had nobody that can say, "Oh, that's my mentor." You know what I'm saying? Every time I pay somebody to be a mentor, shit always end up in they running off with your money or
Yeah.
something. Like real talk, and it's like you can't really afford to pay nobody to be a real. Some people can afford to pay their mentor, but it's hard to afford to pay for mentorship without. As far as a real mentor, you can call them and say, "What's up, man? I'm going through this. Can you help me out?" But if you can't do that, and anybody I would recommend just like YouTube University, buying a course, things of that nature. But those communities are where it's at. So like communities where like me personally, I learn more through communities because like I might be in a situation where I could talk to Vonne and we can go through this together, or because like your experiences, like the stuff you have issues with, not gonna be what I'm having issues with, and
Right.
vice versa. So it's kind of like iron sharpens iron. All right, so why should someone buy in this particular market?
So right now, people are like, "Oh my God, inflation is so high." Rates are between 7 to 8%. So
Mm,
it does kind of scare people off, or it can intimidate, especially first time home buyers, in the market. But like I was doing some research. 'Cause I love one thing about me. I love to research. If I'm reading
yeah.
something and I don't know what this word means, I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna Google it right then and there, read up on it, how to use it in sentences, and then continue to move on. So just doing some research. I think it was like 1981, according to like Freddie Mac data. It was one of the highest recorded rates in America. I think the interest rate was like 18%.
Mm,
By the end of the decade, it leveled out to about 10%. So I just always say, don't let the rates discourage you at all. Because even, let's just say you get a rate that you're not so happy with, you're still able to afford the payments. You can always refinance later when they go down. So you're never deadlocked and set on a rate. So don't ever let that interest rate scare you. And the pros always outweigh the cons because whenever you purchase real estate is always sellable. You can when you put time and money into when you make your mortgage payments, You're building equity. Or like I said, if you need money now, you could sell your property. Real estate is always sellable. And you're building generational wealth. Once it's owned outright, you could pass it down, in your family, keep it a part of your family. You can rent it out, move. You can rent it out if you need money. You can move back in if you need somewhere to stay. Real estate is literally one of the best investments you can ever make in life.
Best investment I ever made, because it's like it was a lot of situations. It was like, should I buy a new watch or property? And it's like, even if I don't make a lot of money on real estate, it's a great way to park my money. And it's like, it never failed me. Like, even when I just told you, issues with the Airbnb, sold it. Still
And you
made
saved
some
much of
damn money.
profit. Still
Made
made a
some
profit.
damn money. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's like every time, and the projects take so long. I remember my first house I bought, 29,000 straight cash. I bought it from a wholesaler, so it was like under contract for like, they made $7,000 off of me. So they had it under contract for 23,000. Took me a long ass time to build it, fix it up, but the experience, the relationship with my lender, and I only probably made like $7,000 on it when it come down to it. But that money would have been fucked up if I did something else with it. It would have ended up in a new car, which is obviously a depreciating asset. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, just my ups and downs. Like then it's respect. Like as far as rank goes, like people think like I learned that success rank. All right, so where I come from, you get ranked from busting it, shooting someone. You get ranked for beating somebody up, for making money. But it's like, when you do that real estate, you flip a house, everybody know that you the one. You know what I'm saying? I ain't like, since I've been touching real estate, people just kind of like, it's a different type of flex. Like, people think, oh, I'm gonna win if I flex with this jewelry. But I mean, they really just can't wait for you to sell it so they can laugh at you. You know what I'm saying? You better off going, and then the people you talk to, like, you showing whoever you worship, whether it's God or whoever, like, you showing them that you're trying when you spend that money on a house instead of a watch or something like that. So,
Right.
let me see what I was gonna ask. So, real estate we was talking about.
But I agree though. Like
Yeah.
I said, that real estate, one of the best investments you ever make. The first one is in yourself. The second one is in real estate.
Yeah.
And I watched the video, one of your recent videos. I think it was Auntie somebody.
Auntie Shaky.
Yes, and she was actually speaking about life insurance, and she was saying that's even better than real estate. And that's something else I want to get into. I don't really have knowledge on that.
Well, it's not necessarily.
Yet.
It's not better than real estate, but it's depends on how you look at it. So I feel like if you just parking your money in a hardcore asset, I feel like real estate is dope. But when it comes down to just like consistently investing into a market, I feel like that's a great market to invest in. So it's not necessarily better, but it depends on what you're looking for. If you're looking for a consistent monthly liquid return, or basically she said that if you want to get wealthy, investing in a life insurance policy is better than a 30-year mortgage. But 30-year mortgage is more like the American dream. So it's like, but when you invest in different ways, it's different things you do. Like you can do a fix and flip. You can invest in a commercial or whatever. So it's not necessarily better, but if you just looking, but it's a hell of a way to invest your income, whatever. You gonna say something? I'm sorry.
No.
Yeah. So you checked out the interview though?
Yeah, I watch a lot. Like I said, I'm a researcher. So even before I came up here, I said, let me go ahead and see what he got going on. So I watched a lot of it. Yes, that's just what I do. I like to be prepared. So yeah, but you got some good stuff going on.
Yeah,
and
man.
I'm very proud of you. Like I said,
Appreciate it.
I met you like 2019, 2020,
Yeah.
something like that, and just seeing you elevate
Appreciate
because I
it.
think when I first met you. You were flipping houses. I mean, I'm pretty sure you were doing all this stuff way before I met you.
Yeah.
But at that time, that's what you were on. One of the biggest things you were on.
Yeah.
And then to see you elevate to where you are now, it's just crazy. And it's only been like what 3-4 years.
Yeah, I be working, man.
You do.
I just be.
You be up early too.
I don't even try. It's
You be up 5 in the morning.
I get up whenever my body wake up. I don't use alarms, and I don't know, man. I'll be having nothing else to do, man. It's only at the top. Like, I don't got nobody else doing this, so
Yeah.
I just play with my dogs, and I look up the people on YouTube, like they be out there, like the people that's kicking my ass on YouTube, like it's a dude named Brandon Carter, both got the same name, but
Brandon's.
he got a little more money than me. So I was like, I look at him, his routine, I said, okay, he kicking. Let me get up the time he wake up and you know what, just what have you, man, because I mean, like people act like their life don't depend on money. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
like people like spending it more than making it, and it's just like I know if I do the same shit they doing, I'd be broke. So it's like I'm kind of like a slave to the hustle because I can't. And then it's like the stuff that people do, like we drinking some rose. People be out there drinking liquor, or tequila, and it's
Right.
like it look cool. I swear it look cool. Like when they on Instagram and they pouring shots in each other's mouth and all that bullshit. But it's like I just can't do it, man. I'd be broke and I wouldn't even have shit to say. Like if I just was partying all the time, I would have had a good couple years, and it would not have lasted long. And I probably would have did something desperate to keep up, and
Right.
I probably been locked up just like your homeboy. And I don't know, man. I just do my best. You too, though. Like you stay productive for the most part, so it's just like it helps out. Like to be honest with you, like even when I see your content, I appreciate it because I know what it means. People don't know. Oh, this person could have took 10 takes. They did some research and like
Oh
they
yeah.
it take confidence to go in there and spit some new knowledge. And people don't really appreciate the effort that people like us put into making content just to teach you something because we know that 99.9% of y'all are just not living the life y'all want to live and y'all
Yeah.
not gonna do it until y'all start listening to the right people. So it's like I see it and I'm like, damn, salute it. And you know, I just salute it. I salute all that type of stuff. I salute work ethic and
Yes. Work ethic will literally separate a lot of people. Like I said, when it comes to the boss talk, it's like, I hate when I hear people like, oh yeah, I'm a boss, I'm a this, I'm like, it's just so cringe worthy because it's like people think just because you have a business, you're a boss. That's not what that means. Or just because you made some money off of something, you're a boss. But a real boss, first of all, has employees or has, for real, honestly, or other, independent contractors that they work with. And a boss, gets paid last. Let's think about that. Like during the pandemic, I was at the peak of my cleaning career. I had two teams. We worked almost every day. I had clients who had multiple huge Airbnb properties, and I was when I got the contract, and I had this thing where, I will pay people daily because sometimes, and that sounds like what? But yeah, I will pay you by the end of the day, you will get paid.
it's very motivational.
It's motivational. And, at the end of the day, this is my company and I need y'all. Like you need
Yeah,
me, I need y'all,
yeah.
So I will pay you at the end of the day, at the end of each every day. But when it came to my contracts, I would get paid weekly. So
You in a
being a
hole.
boss, I wouldn't be in the hole, but
Not in the, you're in the accounts receivable phase of your business.
exactly.
Yeah,
So
it's
so
accounting.
so yeah, so even though y'all get paid, let's just say okay, you got paid today, but I don't get paid from him until Friday. But this Monday, you just got your little $80 or $100 or whatever. So me being a boss, I get paid, last. I also have to budget my money, so I'm able to have money in my account to pay y'all.
Yes.
And even if things go awry or you mess up, I have to be the one to pay for that. I'm paying for supplies. I'm paying for transportation. I'm paying for uniforms. So that's really a boss. And even I'm the first one up and the last one to leave, the last one to go to sleep. Like a lot of my cleaners didn't have transportation. So I'm getting up at 5, 6. The clean don't start until 10:30, 11. I'm getting at 5, 6, picking everybody up. I'm buying lunch. I'm literally, and I'm cleaning too alongside. I may not be doing the hard stuff, but I'm still cleaning and doing quality control to make sure it is what it is before we leave up out of here. So, that boss talk, save it. Save it. If you can't give me real reasons and show me real receipts, please save the boss talk. So, and bosses, we take losses. I've taken so many losses, but I'm here now. I've bounced back. But I've taken so many losses. Like when it comes to insurance, So I got a contract with a property management company. They purchase homes, they get them turnkey ready, right? So I was doing turnkey cleanings. I had to be insured. This is like, when I was doing Airbnb, I wasn't insured. When I got this contract, that was a stipulation. I have to have insurance. I had to have workers' comp, liability. So I took losses because I was paying $500 a month at one point just for insurance because I didn't know the type of insurance. Well, I knew what
Yeah, I
I
know what
had
you
to
mean.
get,
Yeah,
but the person that I got it
too
from,
expensive. And
it was too
they
expensive.
didn't give you that $80 a month plan. They gave you some $500 a
five hundred
month
dollars a
shit.
month because from what I told them fit a certain criteria because there's brackets when it comes to that. So if you're in this bracket, then if say the bracket of I don't know $100,000 insured or less, then you're in this range of $500. Then you're in the other bracket, you're in the range of $200. So on and so on. So they didn't individualize my plan. I was overpaying for one whole year. I was paying $500 a month just on insurance for my business. Now I have a new insurance. I pay maybe like $20 for liability and maybe like I think like 50. I don't know if it's 50 because my stuff is automatic, so I don't see it.
Yeah,
But
I know what you
yeah,
mean.
it's like
If you
100,
got to
50,
see
$100.
every fucking
Yeah,
bill,
yeah,
it
it's
gets annoying.
automatic.
It's
So
stress.
yeah,
Bills are stress.
yes.
Like just looking at it, having to touch them, and like, uh,
Yeah, so I'm like, just take it out. But that was a trial and error. I didn't know. I thought I had to pay $500. No, I found another insurance that was still applicable, that was still correct, and I'm paying less than half of that now. To be insured. So that was a loss I took. So
I what's the average requirement for a first time home buyer that wants to get into their dream home, that just got their job and they married or what have you, him and his baby mama or baby dad, what have you, they want to move into a nice spot. What's the requirements that you guys are looking for currently?
so people always ask me, well, the first thing they say, what does my credit score need to be? That's the main question.
Yeah, it's the main
So
question.
like I said, I don't like to step on other people's toes or try to get in and give you expertise advice on an area I'm not an expert in. So I'll always refer them to my loan officer. They will
That's smart.
literally tell you what you need to know. I tell them be transparent with them. Tell them what you are going through really, because it's gonna come out in your financials.
Yeah, you can't
So you
fucking
don't
lie.
don't hide. I'll give them a general answer. I would say, FHA normally looks for a credit score no less than 580. Okay, a price, interest rate, a credit score range, but lenders vary. So really, there's no real answer to that. It's not black and white. Lenders vary. Every situations vary. So I always just say, hey,
Yeah, I like that. I
call my
hate.
financial my loan officer, be transparent, ask them everything you want to ask, and they'll tell you everything you need to know in order to get approved for this loan. So credit score though, at least a 580, the minimum, right? I would say your job. How long have you been on your job for? At least, hopefully at least 2 years, or you have at least 2 years of consistent income coming in. Do your taxes. Make sure your taxes are in order. And also too, I would say, how much money do you have saved up? I mean, that could be a personal question, but let's just say typically for a house, 350, let's just say $350,000 house. You're doing, let's just say FHA, which is like 3.5% down. You're looking at 10.5 before extra like closing cost fees and stuff like that. So I would say at least 10,000 in the bank. Credit score at least 580. Don't make any big purchases. You trying to buy a new car? Wait till after you purchase your home. And also, too, a lot of people say, well, I may not have 10.5 to put down for a house. Is there other options? Yes, there's options. First time home buyers, there's a lot of programs out there that would help you with your down payment. That, like you said, the American dream is to own a home. So there's programs like NACA. There's programs like I can't think of the Georgia Dream program. These programs help first-time home buyers with down payment assistance, and they actually target individuals like average individuals who are lower income to medium income range. So if you're in the lower to medium income range, there's a lot of programs out there to help you with your down payment assistance, and they'll even be more lenient with your credit score. And on top of all that, they even offer you lower interest rates that don't fluctuate with the normal market as well. So
Okay, gems on top of gems.
yes.
What is a all right? So they got bank statement lenders. Can you describe what a bank statement lender is
So
and
bank
who it's
statement.
for?
Okay, yeah. Bank statement lenders are for individuals. It could be entrepreneurs, individuals like us. And
Yep.
with this podcast, this program being entrepreneur based, bank statement lenders are something that we should all look into. Now, the bank statement lenders target individuals who are 1099 receivers, and also people who can't prove their income. All they have are bank statements to show, hey, I can afford this purchase. My bank accounts, my deposits prove that. So,
Do you know any bank? Do you know like one or two bank lenders that you can like that like yeah? Do you have any bank lenders you can name, or they just got to contact you to get any type of info?
no, so that's where the loan officer comes in. Literally anything dealing with lending, funding, credit score questions, I direct it to my loan officer. Because, like I said, I don't like to give people wrong information or get their hopes up and say, well, Vonne told me, X, Y, Z. And then they're on the phone with the loan officer and they're
Especially with
saying,
money and finances,
yeah,
that's the trickiest one.
it's tricky. And like I said, I like to be as transparent as possible. I like to be honest. I don't like to mislead people. So, like I said, I don't like to even brand myself as an expert. So I always just say, hey, this is what I know. But for more direct information, just contact my loan officer. But what I do is, though, like when I have consultations, I have a list that I email people. It has a lot of these bank statement lenders, these down payment assistance programs. It's a whole list that I came up with and created.
Oh yeah, it's dope.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
make it simple.
yeah, make it simple. Like kind of like an FAQ sheet.
Yep,
Like questions that
exactly.
people always ask me. I went ahead
A
and
free
typed it
guide.
up.
That's dope.
Yeah, typed it up, put links, references, phone numbers, general information. And once we have our consultation, I send over the email and they have all that to get started. And then and then at the end of the email, hey, don't forget to call my loan officer, at the end
Facts.
of the day.
Nah, so like
So,
that's how I got every property I ever got. It was through a bank statement lender. So definitely, yeah. Anyone that's like an entrepreneur, bank statement lenders, what they do is they just kind of look and see how much you're depositing, withdrawing on a regular basis, and they base a
right.
loan like they try to base their approval off of that because you don't have like bank statements or direct deposit statements. So yeah, so like all right, so when it comes down to like dwellings up to four, all right, so we spoke earlier, you were saying you recommend properties with up to four family dwellings. All right, so can you describe what that means or describe it? Yeah, describe it to us.
Yeah, so a you can do a single family home, which is for one family, up to four family dwelling, meaning a building can house up to four families. So meaning 4 units in one building, like a quadruplex. 3 units would be a triplex. 2 units would be a duplex, and then one single family home would be a single family home. So that's pretty much what that means. Now, what some people don't realize is when you are searching for a home and you get approved by a lender, even lenders like conventional loans, FHA loans, they will cover loans up to four family dwellings because after four, it becomes like more commercials.
Commercial.
Yeah. Multifamily and stuff like that. So,
So look, so the FHA first, it's like for first time home buyers. They said that you can she said that you can basically use it for properties up to 4 units. So anyone that's trying to really get their real estate on and you want to get 1 unit and rent out the other three, they actually get a FHA loan where they only require 3.5% down. Ooh.
it's okay.
And you're able to acquire this property. It's very amazing.
Yeah, and so I tell a lot of people, about that, when they're acquiring to buy a home, because I tell them like, hey, if you do decide to get something like up to for a family dwelling, you can double your equity way faster, literally. And also, some people may say, well, those places cost are out of what they think is out of their budget range, but it's not. Because when these lenders, do these evaluations on your income, they're going to include the future income of the other units.
Oh yeah, that's dope.
Yeah, so that's how you qualify. So
oh shit.
Yeah, so it's like if you have a 4-family dwelling, they're gonna do your income plus the projected, like I said, income of the other units, and that'll make you qualify for that loan. And FHA covers that, VA covers it. I'm not sure. I have to make sure. I don't know if HUD covers it, but yeah, like I said, I know first-time home buyers, FHA, VA. Oh yeah, definitely. Conventional loans, it will cover. And then it's a smart investment because, like I said, you're building your equity way faster. You're having three.
For the people that don't know what equity is, describe what equity is. I know what it means. You know what it means. But if somebody out there looking, they keep hearing the word equity. Can you kind of describe what it means to them?
So it's pretty much whatever the house is worth minus what you've already paid off creates the equity. So for instance, say that you have a home and it's worth, I don't know, you bought it for $200,000. Right? Mm-hmm. It's been 15 years and you paid your mortgage off, well, not off, or you paid majority of your mortgage. Let's just say you paid $50,000, of your mortgage already. So that's you're creating equity where you could pull out of that home. It can be used, like you said, as liquid to pull money out of your home. So in retrospect, it's just the purchase price minus how much you've paid off already.
Yeah.
But like I said, it's just very smart to do. Like I said, with the multiple family units, and also as well, even if like there's different ways you can capitalize off of that. So let's just say you have a quadruplex. And you live in one of the units, right? You have 3 others. Let's just say you want to do long term, or let's just say you don't want to do long term. You want to make some more money off that. You don't want to get $1,500 a month off those other units. I'm trying to make I'm trying to do $3,000, right?
Yeah, fact.
So you can do short term rental.
Yeah.
You can Airbnb, and you can literally make $3,000 off of each unit. 3 times 3 is 9. That's $9,000, and maybe your mortgage is only $3,500. For that entire building. You can even do things like renting rooms. I knew a guy. He bought 2 houses. He stayed like Thomasville kind of ish area. He had 2 houses. Then he bought, I say like twin houses. They were right next door to each other. They were built the same. Layout was the same. He bought them, fixed them up, and he rents the rooms out. He lives in one next door, the other one he rents the room. So imagine if you have 3 apartments, and you're renting rooms out, let's just say for $1,000 a month.
Yeah,
that's
going crazy.
So it's just different ways to skin a cat. But I know one requirement though, like when you do purchase these type of homes, like FHA or anything like that, they do require you to live in that in that property for at least 2 years and make that your primary residence.
But I want to say 2 things. It's crazy. I'm going to say this. I went to DJ Envy event. He said he never saw the FHA police pull up. But look at DJ Envy going through right now.
The real police pulled up. So let's just play by the book.
Yeah, we're going to play by the book. We're going to play by the book.
In 2 years, it's going to go by so fast. Literally so fast. Just do right. That's 2 years.
Oh, you're not talking about his... I got you. You're talking about the time. Okay, so
the time in the house. Yeah, so it has to be your primary residence for at least 2 years in order to fulfill the qualifications for the FHA loan.
So you don't have to live there 30 years, only 2 years.
Yes, it has to be your primary residence for 2 years. And then you can move out. Yes, and even get another loan. But you have to make that your primary residence for at least 2 years to fulfill the qualifications for that loan. Yes, because they don't want it to be like a flip. Like that's it's not a flip here. This is supposed to be like your
buying home. It's your home. It's your house.
Yes.
Here are your keys.
Yes. But but a 2-year requirement is all they need, and then you can get another loan. You
Okay.
know, and then by that time you've gotten all this money from these other units, you've probably saved up $50,000. And maybe next time now you can get a conventional loan, or you can get, like you said, a bank statement loan where they're not looking, they just want to see your bank statements. They want to see your income, you know, so your deposits, stuff like that. So it's just a very smart investment.
Okay. All right, we're gonna just take another turn. You know, we dropped a lot of gems. Hope somebody's learned something. We're just gonna switch it up a little bit. That's cool with you?
Yes.
All right, so we had a recent clip on our podcast and went viral, and it was about the
Yes.
50-50 dating scene. I just want to get your take on it. You know what I'm saying? You're a fluent black woman. You know, you about your shit. You know, you got your multiple businesses. What do
Yes.
you feel? You know, because I saw a lot of poor people in the comments, a lot of mediocre people in the comments, and
Uh,
we just want to hear what the boss feels about it.
some boss talk, some real boss talk. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah,
Just
real
kidding.
boss talk, real boss talk. No, I'm just playing.
No. So I was gonna say that too. I said, yo, because I actually commented on that post a couple
Okay,
times.
it was so many people that commented. It's just
You
like.
have over 5,000 comments on that post alone. You have, I don't know if you looked at it. I looked at it actually when I came
Yeah,
in.
I look.
You have
Yeah,
109,000 views on
yeah.
that post.
It's like 120 now.
It's 120.
Yeah.
You went viral, and so, and it's crazy too how things happen like that. But I did comment on that post, and I agree with Auntie Shaky. You
Okay.
know, like, and that's the first thing I said,
Okay.
because the first thing I did was read the comments. I said, these people on here, these new sassy guys on here talking about, oh, well, what do you bring to
It
the
was a lot of
table?
them.
It was a lot of sassy guys. I just say sassy, but
I was like, wow.
a lot of these new generational men, or these new age thinking men that, you know, that were saying, well, what did she bring to the table? Or this is 2023, like, you know, we doing 50-50 over here. No, we're not doing 50-50, because I feel like a real, for real, I feel like a real man, it feels like it's his duty to take care of his woman. Now, and I'm talking about marriages. I'm not talking about boyfriend girlfriend relationships. This is when I speak of, I speak on a marriage. If I'm married to you, I'm not paying mortgage. I'm not doing that. I'm sorry. I didn't marry you to go 50-50. I didn't marry a roommate. I married a man. A man from nature's perspective provides and protects. It doesn't go 50-50. A woman is a nurturer, caregiver, caretaker. And that's just roles. We all have roles in society. So play your role, number one. And then number two, I agree with her when she said, you know, just hustle harder. Because she was responding to some of the people in the comments. And she was like, it's easy
Yeah.
to disagree than to hustle harder. And I felt that wholeheartedly. Hustle harder. If a woman can do it, you can do it times two.
Yeah.
Y'all don't have to go through periods of doubt where you have to birth a child, take off of work. You're going through postpartum depression. Y'all are able to do more physically in the workforce, so do it. And then that should bring you joy and love in life, to take care of your woman, of your family. That should make you feel good. Not asking for you got half of this mortgage money. No. To me, that's a no for me. That's an automatic red flag, deal breaker. Now, but what I did say though, I said I'm not paying any mortgage, but I definitely will, you know, pay utilities. I would do that, you know. And also too, I said I'll even, you know, pay my own car note, you know. Like, I'm pretty sure if we're married, he's gonna pay. We'll have an car insurance plan. He's paying that, but I'll pay my own car note. I'll pay utilities, but I'm not paying mortgage.
Right.
And also, I would use my money, and see, I'm a different thinker. Some women are married; they're homemakers. They don't work, or they just have regular 9 to 5s where they're not able to think the way I think. So let's just say I'm married, my husband's paying the big bills, the mortgages, the cars, the insurances, all that type of stuff. I would even use my money, because I'm successful. I'm going to continue to be successful. Even when I'm married, I'm not going to stop working. That's just who I am. So I will use my money to invest in other things, to create more money for our household. So yeah, I'm not paying mortgage, but I'm investing. I'm doing other things to provide more resources for our home, our household as a unit. But again, no, I'm not doing 50-50. Because I look at it like this, like, say, you're married, say I'm married and I'm doing 50-50, but but my husband's walking around like he's the king, like the king of the fort. But how can you be the king of something? No, for real, how can you want me to respect you as the king, but I'm paying half of the bills, but
Right.
you want me to respect you? No, it
Right.
doesn't work like that. Or like when it comes to numbers wise, okay, you want me to do 50-50 of the bills, but I'm doing 100% of the household work. So really take
Yeah.
a step back. I'm doing 150%.
Right.
I'm not doing that.
Right.
I'm not doing that.
Right.
I'm not doing 150%. And God say, well, what do you bring to the table? Or you just cooking and cleaning. But that's our role. We all
Take a lot of time though.
it takes a lot of time. It
Especially if she feeding you right.
feeding you right. And I love to cook. I'm a very great cook. I love to eat. I love good food. So trust me, I'm cooking great meals for us and the family. We're gonna have kids, all type of stuff. So that's a job in itself. It's like everybody has to play their role. In businesses and companies, there's a CEO, there's a CFO, there's managers, there's GMs, so everybody has to play their role, but that's not my role. To pay the mortgage, that's not my role.
Right.
It's not.
So I look at it like this, like if we stand together, I'm gonna pay my own mortgage and I ain't never received no help. So it's like I'm gonna continue to pay it and vice versa.
Right.
I grew up with a lot of niggas only their mama in sight. And shit got taken care of.
Yeah.
So I'm like, shit, the lady gonna pay all the damn bills and she gonna take care of the kids and she doing this by herself without no additional help. I mean, then it's like this too. I stay in Atlanta. I don't talk to ugly women.
Yeah.
I talk like the women I talk to, they get flued out. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And motherfuckers buy them shit. And so my thing is, I gotta come with some. You know what I'm saying? And like
Yeah.
I know that's a deal breaker. You know what I'm saying? And then they be having like I don't really talk to folks that don't have their own shit when I meet them. So in the back of my mind, that's cheaper than what I had to go through if I don't do it, which is tricking off.
Right.
Either you gonna do that or you're tricking off. You know what I'm saying? It's like
Or you gonna trick off some way somehow.
I mean,
even if you ain't putting the
ain't-
money in the hand,
it ain't tricking if you got
putting
her.
it in somebody else's hand.
It ain't tricking if you got her, you know what I'm saying, or got it, you know what I'm saying. So what I mean by that is, it's an investment if the person is gonna stick around and they benefiting you. But it's like, if you just out here having fun, that shit get expensive, and it's like, rent ain't like I'm just really paying my rent. That's all
Right.
I'm doing. Like I'm not gonna pay it. Like so, if I just met a chick, I ain't paying her rent. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying I wouldn't be willing to pitch in if the chemistry was there, but I never feel like it's my responsibility. But my house gonna always be my responsibility.
Exactly.
And it's like the same dudes in the comments. They said a lot about cheating. It's like she gonna cheat on you, nigga. You gotta pay half the rent. And she go to her friends. She like, yeah, we doing good. We paying I pay half the rent. Her homegirl gonna say,
Really?
and then like her homegirl might be miserable as hell. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is she gonna still laugh. And it's like, I mean, my thing is in a world where you can, go to Roof Chris on Friday or Nobu on Saturday, and they getting flued out on Friday. I mean, the next Friday, just because like they don't feel like. Yeah, and I'm not saying that's the type of woman I deal with. What I'm saying is, I live in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying, and it's competition out here. Like not, so I at least cover my ground. But at the same time, I don't not want nobody to do because if I was on the come up, if I was looking for love at age 21, I probably would be on that 50-50. But as a 34-year-old
Yeah.
grown ass man,
Thank you.
I'm like, shit, I pay my rent, you know what I'm saying? It's different times. But when I was 21, I wasn't looking for that, though. I was looking for some money. And,
Right.
that's why a lot of my friends, they don't have money, but they got kids.
Mm-hmm.
So, shit, they was chasing pussy.
And look where they got
Chasing
them.
money. Yeah, they got it. They got
Child
it.
support and beating on the door. But
Yeah.
But no, I agree though. Like I said, how you said, even if you wasn't dating that person, you would still, or you wasn't
pay my own
married, you
rent.
still gotta pay your own rent. So I don't
Hell
see
yeah.
what's the difference. Like everybody in the comments talking about, this is 2023, we doing 50-50 and we're not doing
They
that.
was killing it.
You-
They kept saying inflation. They kept saying this.
Right, that's no
I'm like, she's a
excuse.
fucking financial person. She know what the word inflation means now. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, you know.
That is not an excuse. All that is telling me is
And
you're
the-
lazy
the
and you don't
chicks-
want to be a man. You
the-
want to be the woman. You want to
yeah.
be taken care of at this point. Like, do you want to cook and clean? Is that what you're trying to do? Mm-hmm. You want to be the one at home cooking and cleaning and
getting their ass ate,
right
ass in the air, getting their ass
right
ate,
and getting their stuff beat up, or do you want to be the man?
They girlfriend using props to
What?
put them up, like
that is.
And then what I also noticed was a lot of the women that agreed with like the 5s and the 4s and the 3s and the 2s
You so
and
funny.
the 1s.
Stop it. Stop.
And I'm like, shit. I'm like, of course ain't nobody gonna pay your rent. You a 5.
You so funny. Don't do that.
You a 5.
Don't do that. Nate,
I'm just
Nate gonna
playing.
do it. Nate, I'm in a bind. They gonna come through for them 5s now.
But Nate gonna go broke after a while.
Right.
No, I'm just playing. But
No,
alright.
but no, you agree though. But I do think that does have a lot to do with it though. Looks, yeah, maybe too, or what you have going on. Like, are you? Because what I noticed too, like, you know, me, I'm single. I'm not in a committed relationship. And I notice guys, you know, who I may talk to or what have you, they see me, you know, as an entrepreneur, they see me doing it on my own. They see me grinding and asking for help. That makes them want to help me. That makes them want to do things.
They have
for
no
me.
choice.
Or
Like,
give me money.
If you already on
Like-
your shit, yeah. What you gonna say? My bad.
No, you're good.
If you already on your shit, I have no choice. But like, all right. So what I noticed about average women, they like to date men that make less than them.
Why do you say that?
Because the average person, for the average person career, the girl can get a better job than the dude. And I'm just saying, all the dudes I know, they got pretty regular girlfriends, especially if they pretty. The girl, like, they be telling me their stories. They be like, the girls be giving them money and shit. Like, I got homeboys. They be like, I'm talking about regular. When I say regular, teachers and shit like that.
Okay.
He be like, they be telling the story like, yeah, shit, I gotta give her this 500 back. And I'm like, nigga, you got girls that give you fucking money? I wouldn't even accept it, let alone. But she actually has it. She don't like, and I'd be amazed. You know what I'm saying? It's like, so yeah, like the average 9 to 5er, the girl gonna make more money than the dude. Like on some 9 to 5, we just went to college and got this job, and then like they like the dudes that they know when they getting off work, when they going to work, how much they make.
Yeah.
It's-
Control.
Not even control, just insurance, because anything better gonna cheat on them in their mind. But that's really because they don't put the extra in to keeping. I don't know how all that work with the cheat, but what I'm saying is insecurity. You know what I'm saying? After a while, it's normal. They want somebody normal. Like, they want somebody that don't mind if they got a fat fupa or some shit like that.
Right.
Or they don't mind somebody like boy, please, you seen this before. Like, they don't mind. They want the dude that don't mind that they don't get waxes or a shave. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, real talk now. Or, you know, or the dude that don't mind that they got a dirty ass car.
Or a dirty house.
A dirty house. Boy style, you know I've been working all day and the dude can't get nobody better. Like, they want somebody that can't do better than them. You know what I'm saying? As opposed, like, so like, me personally, like, I know it's people, so I step my game up. Most people ain't finna step their game up. Like, you know what I'm saying? They want somebody that's cool with them looking in the mirror and they see a gut and it's
Right.
like, they know a nigga like me ain't gonna accept it. So they be around, they see me going to the gym and they got like a little gut. He don't like me. He go to the gym. He in the gym looking at bitches. It's like, bring your fat ass to the gym.
Right. And I'll look at you.
You know, it don't even, I go at 6 in the morning. Don't be no girls in there 6 in the morning.
Yeah.
It's like a cartoon show. The same 4-5 niggas, and it's like this one chick. She like got like a super BBL, but it's like it's so super. It's like a joke. It's like, goddamn,
you is hilarious.
like it's like entertainment. It's like, damn, she gonna be on the elliptical for 30 minutes. But it's like so outrageous. Like, I feel like you touch it, your finger might snap. You know what I'm saying?
so funny.
Which is nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, like I like it all. But what I'm saying is, some shit do be too ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like, which I still don't mind though. I get it though. You know what I'm saying? But it don't be no girls in there when I go. You know what I'm saying? I go the time that like sweaty men be in there. It really, the gay hours is like 6. Pause. Nothing wrong with that. But what I'm saying is,
No comment.
6 in the morning, there be a bunch of men in there. It don't be like bad bitches. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to catch some bad bitches, go 3 in the afternoon. Don't go 6 in the morning.
Right.
Because that's when the hard legs are in there.
You so
But
funny.
all right. So look.
I wanted to say something too about that.
Okay.
You know, now that you explain, like the whole like insecurity factor behind, choosing partners and stuff like that, I would agree. Like I said, I'm single. I've been single. Like, I talk to men, go on dates and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
committing myself to someone right now, it's been a long time because my standards are high. Not like I want to marry Drake or anything. Hey Drake, it's like no, I'm kidding. But but my standards are high to the point to where it's like I've always said. So you know how you have to watch your words, right? Be mindful of your words because words are spells. So I've always said, literally, my husband's going to be a millionaire. I've always said this out aloud to people in public, in conversations. I've always said that. So I know I'm manifesting my millionaire husband. But it's like I'm not settling, like you said, like I
Yeah.
don't want somebody who works a 9 to 5, no offense, unless they're like a CEO, CFO, because don't get me wrong, there's people who work 9 to 5s in higher positions that make 3, 4, 500,000. So I'm not knocking 9 to 5, but if you're like on the lower end of the 9 to 5, no offense, I don't want you, only because I know what I have to offer. I know what I'm looking for and where I'm going in life. And if you can't take me there, we can't be I can't take it there. We could be cool, we could be friends, but that's just not something I see as husband material. I'm attracted to guys who take risks. Like honestly, that
Yeah.
turns me on.
Trappers take risks and prosper. You're gonna take risks, but you have to prosper.
Right.
After
Don't
that.
take penitentiary type chances risks. I don't want a jailbird, been there, done that. I'm not putting money in nobody's books. I'm not putting money on the phone.
Not for too long. Maybe a weekend. That's
I'm not,
about it.
and trust me, I'd ride or die. I did two and a half years with a guy. I
You was on
tried.
probation.
No,
No, I'm just saying.
he was in prison. He was in jail.
Yeah, but that's like being on probation.
Right. I stuck it out for 2.5 years. He ended up, and then I thought he was gonna get life, so I had to take a step back. Thank God, he did 4 years. He's out now. He changed his life and everything. He's good. But I've been there, done that. I'm not doing the jailbird stuff. I'm not putting money in no books. I'm not answering no phone. I'm not doing no 3-ways. I'm not sending no packages. I'm not putting no 50-piece. I've been there, done that. I'm not doing it. So, yes, take risks, but not penitentiary risk. Okay.
Yeah.
We're not those type of risks. But yes, but I'm attracted to entrepreneurs, men who take risks, men who think outside the box, men who literally wake up every day and literally just walk in their truth and put their best foot forward, not knowing what the outcome is going to be, but just knowing they're taking a chance to provide for themselves, their families, their children. That attracts me. Like we were speaking earlier before we started about men, like the loudest people in the room. I'm not attracted to that. I don't like the loudest guy in the room. I don't like the guys who, look over here type of guy. Like, I'm just so loud and look at me, show me attention, because when you're loud like that, you're trying to distract somebody from what's really going on. It's like, hey, look over here, because I don't want you to look over here. So I don't like that. I'm attracted to the quiet guy in the back of the room who like low key is fresh, but not too much. He don't really say too much. He's quiet. He's like, well, what's up with him in the back? Who is that guy? The silent leader. That's the type of guy that attracts me. So
We gonna hold that note for 2 seconds.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
are you using the bathroom?
Yeah.
Okay, can I use the bathroom too?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
The guest and I, we both had a little too much Bel Air Rosé, so earlier, man, we just kind of chopping it up about real estate. Talking about her few entrepreneurial adventures, and right now, man, we just kind of talking about some personal things. I want you guys to know, just what's going on out here. For you guys to want to know, what you gotta present yourself with in order to attract a good looking woman that's on her shit. That's kind of what we're talking about now. For the most part, man, we just having fun, man, having conversation. Make sure you guys like, subscribe this content. Make sure you share these videos with a friend. Having real conversation. It's all for the culture. We want to push the culture forward. We want to inspire. We want to motivate. We want to educate, and we just want to be ourselves. A lot of times, people feel like you gotta have a persona or do things a certain way in order to succeed. And for the most part, man, we just showing you guys a real side of business, real side of entrepreneurship, and showing you guys what it really looks like, man. We still waiting on Vonne. She gonna probably be a minute. Girls, they take a little longer, for their bathroom breaks than us men. So yeah, man. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. We just having a blast. And if you guys got any type of question recommendations, or if you guys looking for me to have on a special guest, just let me know. What do you guys want to learn about next? We got you covered. Yeah, we can go that way.
I had a question for you though.
Okay.
You keep dropping my phone. You must want to.
I dropped it.
Yes, it's okay. It's my sister calling me.
Here you go. I think that's
I'm
what it
gonna call
was.
her back.
What was your? Let me know your question.
So my question was just to piggyback off the whole dating thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
So as a man, entrepreneur, successful businessman, do you find it hard to date women who aren't entrepreneurs? Like your honest opinion.
Be honest with you. Be honest. That's never the issue. Well, as far as I wouldn't mind dating 9 to 5. It's just like I kind of told you before. They typically used to making more money than that guy, and knowing it's like so. Every time I talk to a regular girl, it's like when I say regular, meaning they have been dating an entrepreneur, I be feeling like they get real turned off because like my schedule changes, or it's like my schedule, or it's just like my availability is a little different, or they don't. Or they'll try to hold me to the same standards as a regular dude. But it's like, why would you do that? Like, I remember one time, for instance, this girl was like, she got, all right, so I was like, let's just say I was doing a podcast, and I thought we was going to start at 6:30 and end at 7:30, but somehow it ended up 10 o'clock. So I might have just kind of been like, my bad, we're going to link up later. But she, like, turned off, like I lied to her about something. Like, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I wasn't. And my thing is, baby, do you want a nigga that's about some business, or do you want the average Joe that's whatever you dealing with?
Right.
Cause my thing is, like, baby, you see I'm working on something great. Shit happens. Traffic, conversations end up longer, but it's like, so you gonna trip on that? Because I don't have time to be, or it's like, in the same time, you gotta do a lot of impressing, and as if they're the prize. They are, the people are the prize. We are the prize. But my thing is, it's like, baby girl, your last boyfriend was a teacher. Nothing wrong with that. The other one worked at a warehouse. It's things that they're not able. It's things that go into this lifestyle. It's a little unorthodox,
Right.
and it's
That's
like
true.
it just be kind of hard to vibe. But that's kind of what I be wanting as far as entrepreneur. It's not easy to date no entrepreneur because like a lot of women, they're like you said, they really just make a lot of money, but they lifestyle entrepreneurs. They wake up, they write goals down, they set goals, they network, they do all of these organic things that might not seem relevant to the average person, might not be attractive, but this is what goes into it. The average person be just like a money maker, and that type of shit throw me off. So say for instance, I attract a money maker. Normally they spend money. Most people get into this because they like to spend the money they make versus somebody that's saving their money, stacking it. Those type of conversations, like if I, and then the type of way I live,
Preach.
I'm a budgeter.
Gosh.
I'm a budgeter.
Yes, preach.
You know what I'm saying? I'm on a shoestring. The way I shop, especially the nature of my business, I'm a reseller. So the nature of my business is to buy low, sell high. So people really like for you to buy high, and it's like, I never will go into the game trying to spend as much as I can. I'm always get a discount. I'm a savvy shopper.
Yes.
That type of shit turn a lot of women off. Like you go, like you show up, like you go to like say you go shopping. You tell a chick, we want to go shopping. Say you go to Nordstrom Rack or Saks Fifth. That's a turn off. They trying to go to Neiman's or the real Saks, and it's like shit. I'm not finna spend $3,000 on the bag. You ain't my wife. You know what I mean? This shit, and I might get some shit that costs $700. I might get it for the 4 or the 5. Right. And it might be designed, it be YSL or something like that. We ain't married now, so anything I give you should be appreciated. But they might trip. because they used to buying themselves Fendi bags. You know what I'm saying? We call it 2, 3. Well, they might not understand why I don't like to spend my money. I don't like to spend it. I like as hard as it was to make
Yes.
it. I enjoy spending it, but not as much as y'all do. You know what I'm saying? Like I'd rather go black designer pop up shop versus like the fucking sex. And they don't like that. You know what I'm saying? So for the instance, it'd be hard for me to date any damn body because honestly, like, then don't nobody respect it. Like, you might wake up at 4, 5 in the
Oh,
morning,
preach.
and then like, and you done worked out and all that type of shit before they work out, before they wake up. It should be a turn off. Like, work is not attractive. The drinks and the hookah, that's what they like.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
the hookah stuff is crazy
And
to me.
then like somebody like me, I'm not like I ain't no go outaholic. I've been going out since I was like I've been sneaking out the house when like 12, 13 years old, and it's like I don't drink a lot. I drink a little here and there. Like the shit that they think is fun don't be fun to me. Like, you know what I mean? The stuff I like to do for fun be weird to them. Like I like hiking. I like attending networking events because it's all a party. If I go to like y'all going to the club, I'm finna do the same shit at these networking events. We're gonna listen to music. We're gonna have a little fun. One of us might hit the shoulder lean one time. You know, we might have some food, drinks, and we gone. But it's like because ain't no fake ass bottle models there, which I ain't tripping. Some of my best friends are bottle models. But because it's like ain't no hookah involved, like it be weird. It's like so it's kinda like entrepreneurship. Big shit get weird from time to time. And I'm not the type I'm not really good at making it look good. Like, you know what I mean? Somebody see me, I'm working hard as hell. I'm writing down notes. I'm doing all type of shit. That shit ain't cool. You know what I'm
Zoned
saying?
out half the time because you got
Yeah.
an idea that just a
Yeah.
download that just came across.
Yeah.
And they're like, "Why you looking like
I
that?" Like,
might,
"Oh my bad." I'm having
yeah.
a conversation with my, in my head with myself right now. Like,
Yeah.
and they think you weird.
I might smoke a blunt and then get tired and then I'm telling somebody I'm guilty. Like, man, I'm guilty. They're like, it's just a blunt. No, I just put myself 2 steps behind. It's not cool. Or like you might be doing something like even with this podcast, for instance. Like I remember one time, this chick she called me like 2 days straight in a row, and I like, hold on, podcast. She was like, all right, well, call when you get done with your little podcast. Bitch, this ain't no little podcast. I'm trying to make $1 million off of this thing.
Right.
I know people that's making millions, hundreds of thousands. My life will change.
Yes.
Man, kick rocks. You know what I'm saying? Then it's like I don't be having patience for it. Then it be like it be the smallest things like a lot of women they wake you up try to give you a headache. Like it might be something you forgot to do. Like you might have forgot to open the door or something last night. And they might text you mad or something. It's like look, as an entrepreneur, I'm a boss. I have people that depend on me. I have to distribute money to different contractors and
Yeah.
stuff like that. I do not have the time to be in a bad mood. I have to be on my best behavior. I have to feel good. I have to smell good, and I have to look
Yeah.
good on a consistent basis.
Yes.
It's not a damn thing that I'm gonna let you do to stop that because it's people that depend on me, and I got money, and I gotta depend on myself. So can we chat about this later? They don't like the indifference. It's like I'm not finna pussyfoot with you. I'm not finna go back and forth with you, and I be cool. I have a lot of fun by myself. It's just like at the end of the day, it's just like I count my losses too. If we was kicking it for a cool month, I don't give a damn how much I spent or how much fun we had. Shit, if I see this prohibiting me from slowing me down from my goals, I just fall back. You know what I'm saying? Like it could be anything. If I like, damn, this person go out 4 days a week, spots that cost 200-300. All right, shit. If I kick it with this person for 6 months, I'm gonna end up broke. Not necessarily in 6 months, but I'm gonna feel broke in 6 months. Then it's like some people just like shit. If it take all this to impress this person, I'm gonna fail eventually. I'm gonna fall up short. You know what I'm saying? Then I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So like I guess going back to what I'm saying, um, I be honest. I think I would prefer like a 9 to 5 because they manage their money better. They go on trips and spend their own money. They be more independent. They just need a real nigga to pipe them up. But at the same time, it's kind of hard because they be intimidated. So I just go with the flow, man. Like
Trust issues.
yeah.
Trust issues for sure. I remember, like I said, I was talking to this guy, and as a business owner, you're your walking brand. You have to talk to people.
Yeah.
You have to talk to people.
And some of
Like,
those people might have way more money than you, and it's all cool as long as you got
yes,
your bag.
Exactly. And so like, me, and I know I'm a good looking, female. So when people, guys or anybody stop and look at me, that's my opportunity. Boom. Hey, how you doing? My name is Vonne. No, seriously. Got the cards ready. I have a cleaning company. We do Airbnb. We do
Yeah.
residential, small commercial cleaning. I'm also a realtor. You looking to buy or sell? That's my moment. Because like you're locked in, you're looking at me, so this is my moment to
Yeah.
boom, get you. Pass out a card, maybe follow Instagrams and keep it moving. So, I was doing that. I'm on the phone, with the guy, and I'm like, I see these guys looking at me, of course, and they're like, oh, she's pretty. That's my opportunity, but I'm on the phone. I said, hold on for 1 second. Hey, how you doing? My name is Vonne. I get back to the phone. He didn't hung up. He immediately, instantly was mad because I'm talking to people, and I had to let him know, like, hey, this is what I do. I have to talk to people to make money. There's no way around it. I have to talk to strangers. I have to put myself out there. I have to be nice and pass out my card and my information, exchange Instagram. This is what I have to do to make money. I'm not clocking in nobody's job. So I have to talk to people. Some men who are, get intimidated. They don't understand it. They don't understand the entrepreneur, lifestyle. Or even they may be entrepreneurs themselves, but they might not understand having a
Yeah.
woman
Now that
that
now
has to put themselves out there on a daily
yeah.
basis, and you have to trust that she is just doing business. She's not
Yeah.
trying to be intimate with this guy or get to know him on a personal level. She's trying to make some money.
Yeah, I will say this now. So like the cool thing about an entrepreneur, she hustle. Not necessarily a bad thing, but they could be as a hustler as the nigga. So it's just like, yeah, I just gotta compromise. But I know me, if I was on the phone and a chick was on the phone, I just text. We'll text. You know what I'm saying? Or like or I just be like put me on mute so I don't hear it. But it's like, nigga, you.
Now he immediately hung up the phone as soon as he was
That's
like,
like
"Hey,
some
how you doing?"
sensitive ass.
It was very insecure. This person was an entrepreneur as well. Made
Yeah.
way more money than me. Way.
That shit
I've
don't be
seen
mean
bank
nothing.
statements literally,
That shit don't be mean nothing.
literally bringing in 50 to 60K a month, and you mad at me because I have to. Hey, how you doing? My name is Vonne. I seen you looking at me. I have a business. Maybe you'd be interested in give me your money. But also too, I think, like I said, even like having a guy that's an entrepreneur, I think for me is more my style because think about like your average day. You're not gonna be able to get on that phone and pillow talk all day. You out for
Yeah.
real. Look at you now, like you making
Yeah.
moves at all times.
Yeah.
You can't pillow talk. So it's like my ideal, person would be somebody who's an entrepreneur that we wake up, we go our day, we do what we do, and we come back. How was your day? Let me tell you what happened to me, man. Crazy. I was dealing with one of my customers, my clients. We could bond off of how our day was, and the struggles of making it, of trying to be entrepreneur or what have you. And that's, to me, that's a bonding thing. Other than like
Yeah.
he's like, well, I called you on my lunch break, you didn't call me back. Because nigga, I'm
That's a job, nigga.
working.
You trying to give me a job? What you
Jesus
gonna pay me? You gonna pay me
Christ.
to answer this phone, nigga?
Right. I text you, you didn't text me back. And sometimes like I get so drained. Let me tell you, like
You don't need that,
sometimes I go to bed at 8, 9
bro. You
o'clock.
being cussed the motherfucker out, like, bro.
Yes.
I work as hard as I can. I'm the best version of myself. It's
Yes.
really what the fuck more do you want? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, nah, that shit be crazy.
It's
And
just
then
not
but
it.
I'm gonna tell you what's weird about that. I'm gonna tell you what I hate about that. Those same people, like, they might need an hour to text you back. But as soon as you got 5 minutes, you don't text them back. Like, they might send you a question mark to follow
Right.
up. Like, bro, what the fuck? Like,
I know you see me.
I'm
Yeah,
definitely
I
not gonna.
did,
I'm
but
not gonna
nigga.
text back now. I thought we had an understanding,
Right.
nigga. Thought we had an understanding.
And with the work I do, I work with both my hands. So no, I'm not texting back.
I work with both my brains, my left and my right brain, nigga.
Right. Oh man.
Um.
I was thinking too when I was in the bathroom, I was like, man, we were talking about relationships and entrepreneurship and
Okay.
stuff. You have the platform. It would be dope if you had like a entrepreneurship speed dating type of forum.
Oh, that would be dope.
Because a lot of entrepreneurs,
Uh-huh.
successful people, men, women, and sometimes it's difficult for us to date.
Yeah.
So, it'd be dope if you started something like that because I would definitely
I definitely consider it.
support.
Let me ask this. how much, or is there a certain amount that a dude should spend on the first date?
So I ain't one of those people. When the check comes, I'm gonna peek at it. I ain't gonna look at it because my mom said, don't whoever reaches for the check first is paying. But I'm gonna peek at it and I'm gonna see how much you tips. But normally,
Okay.
normally dates, like if we're going to a restaurant, typical restaurant date, the tab's gonna be easily 200 minimum. Cause
Okay.
me, I like to drink,
Okay.
when I'm out. And I'm the type of person, I'm not gonna keep asking for a drink off the top. I'm gonna get a double.
Yeah.
So, and then when you come back, I'm gonna get another double. And so I like appetizers. I'm gonna get appetizer. I'm gonna get full course, all that good stuff. So, I mean, probably $200 minimum on a food date.
Okay. May I ask you a question? Um, would you allow the first date to be a vacation date? Meaning your first date, your first time meeting this person in person, and we could say something like, we ain't gotta say Mexico, something crazy. It was like a trip in Miami. Would you do that, or would you make them at least meet you in person and you fill them out before you did? And I'm talking about like a regular person. I ain't talking about like you got invited to BET red carpet.
With Drake. No, I'm kidding. I
Yeah,
keep
like a
saying Drake.
celeb.
No, I'm kidding.
He's so silly.
No. So if you see my DMs on my page, you'd be like, whoa. So I've had
I
plenty of men say, let me fly you out, all that good stuff. Me personally, do not feel safe. If I've never met you before in person, we've never hung out, and you live abroad, or if you live across the nation, no, I'm not meeting you in Miami or Vegas or Mexico or Egypt or Bali. I'm not meeting you on a first meeting basis because I just don't feel safe. I don't. So no.
Yeah, okay. Let me see what we had in the
Really, it's
chamber.
guys in my DM right now like, how come inviting me? And he travels a lot. Literally offered to pay for everything and do all these things. I told him no. And I said the only way I would ever come and, fly out to meet you is if I'm bringing a friend.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't feel safe. I'm
Mm-hmm.
sorry. I don't.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not that desperate for a vacation where I'm going to meet a guy I don't even know.
It ain't that serious though. I mean, I feel like shit. If you people, I don't know. Some people let a good time ruin their standards, and it's just like technically you a vacation whore. If you know what I'm saying, you let somebody that you don't even rock with. If you willing to take a trip with the dude that you can't post, I ain't saying ain't post. I mean can't post.
Can't post meaning like what? They have a wife,
No,
they have
they're
a
old as fuck.
girlfriend.
They're 50s. They're
Oh,
75 years old, and it would tarnish your. It would hurt your brand
oh.
if you post them. Not that, but more it would hurt your brand. It's like, bro, you do anything. You know what I'm saying? Like if you like you do anything. You know what I'm saying? I get it sometimes because it's hard. It's offers that people can't refuse, but I just feel like that because you ain't got your weight up and got a motherfucker your age that you like that can do the same thing. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like yeah. I was gonna say, what's your love language?
So my love language, so there's two parts to love languages. There's giving and receiving, right?
Uh huh.
So as far as receiving, I love gifts.
Okay.
And it don't have to be, oh, let me get a bust down rollie. No, I love gifts like that says, I was thinking about you, or I remember that you did like this, or you mentioned this, and I got it for you. So it could be flowers, it could be, perfume, it could be a bag. I mean, it could be anything, but I love gifts. And I love, what's the term I guess terms of endearment. I don't know if that's a love language, but like when a man will say things like, no, you good. Oh my God. I love when a man, I guess terms of endearment. So, saying, I love you, or just saying like, you're just so beautiful. Like, or like you just saying really nice, sweet things to me. That really gets me. That and like I said, gifts, random gifts. Now, when it comes to giving, my love language is acts of service and gift giving. So if I really like you, like I've only probably bought a man something maybe like twice in my life. I would say 3 times in my whole life because I really like that person. Really, I don't buy guys gifts. I'm sorry. I'm stingy. I'm selfish. Whatever. I'm not gonna buy you nothing. But if I really, 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 really like you, I'm gonna buy you something, and that's me showing that I really like you and I care about you, because I'm willing to give up my hard-earned cash for you. So I'll buy gifts and I'll do stuff for you. Like I said, I'm a service person, so acts of service. So if I come to your house, most men aren't as clean as women or aren't as organized as women. So if I'm at your house, I'm gonna just clean your bathroom because most of the times it be a man's bathroom or it be for real, or it be his bathroom, his closet, or his kitchen.
Yeah.
That's it. So I'm at your house. I'm gonna just start cleaning up. Cause that's what I like to do, and I know that hey, you may need a little cleaning. That toilet got some pee underneath the seat. Let me go ahead and get that.
You
After
smell it a little bit.
right after I use the bathroom, I'm gonna go ahead and wipe it up for you.
You've been taking risks and prospering.
Right.
You've been trapping.
Right. So yeah. So I'll clean up your house, literally, just randomly. If I'm like we in the kitchen, like I'll give you an example. The house wasn't dirty, but some dishes in the sink.
Yeah.
I know he's a clean guy, but he has some dishes in the sink. Countertop, whatever. So I'm in there. I said, look, I just can't keep walking past this sink like this. So I just start washing the dishes, putting them up, wiping off the counter, wiping off the chairs, sweeping the floor. Nothing too crazy because you need it and I don't mind doing it. I'll do it for you because I like to clean. I love to clean and
Clean house solutions.
And that's just showing me that I really care about you and I care for you. I'm gonna do this for you. So acts of service, gift giving is my love language when it comes to giving.
So before we close it up, you got any knowledge you want to spare, anything you want to just kind of share with the audience?
Yeah. So a couple things I want to share with you all. Anybody who's looking to become successful, no matter what you're doing, what area, what business you're in, consistency is key. Be consistent. Do something that you are good at naturally. Whatever talents God has given you, your skills, your gifts, use that and create a business out of that. Because one thing I know for certain, God will provide. He will bring you the clients. He will bring you the business. He will give you the knowledge and the opportunities. They will literally fall out the sky. As long as if you are walking with conviction, you're putting your best foot forward, you're not being lazy, you're being positive, and you know that it will all work out. You have that faith in God, the universe, or whatever that you believe in, you will be successful. Another thing, do not rush your timing. Don't ever compare your accomplishments to other people because comparison is the thief to joy. Literally. Don't ever compare other people to where you are now. You don't know other people's journeys. So, never compare. Always be positive, always show gratitude, and always do the right thing. Don't try to cheat people. Don't lie, don't steal. Don't take people's money. Don't intentionally do things that you know are not right because it will all come back to full circle. Trust me. Do right by people and they will do right by you. That's all I gotta say.
That was a lot, man. You guys, that was pretty dope. I'm motivated. I'm very inspired.
Yes.
All right, so one more time, let the people know where they can find you at.
So you can follow me on Instagram at Vonne the Realtor. That's VONNE _the THE _realtor REALTOR. Same thing for Facebook, Vonne the Realtor. You can go to my website, Vonne Washington at metrobrokers.com. Find me there.
This has been another episode of Multiple Streams by Any Means. Remember, good things go to those that hustle.